bringing nothing but heat. What's the deal, my dog? How you feeling?
What's good, man? I'm good, bro. Had a good week.
I ain't gonna lie, man, just to see this podcast room, because we was out of town, bro.
Out of town.
Shout out to our people, man, who put this together, man. Our podcast room look amazing.
Fire. We got some great people, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. We came back because we was roasting these couches.
Yeah, we roasting the shit out these couches.
These roasting these couches on FaceTime because they look real ashy, but then when we got here, they was looking real classy.
Yeah, for sure. These look like two detective couches in this bitch, though.
For sure.
Shout out my nigga Ben. Shout out my nigga Steph.
Yeah, for sure. Picking out good couches, good therapy couches.
Yeah.
So you say you lost your father when, and what did that do for you?
This is therapeutic.
Oh, man.
Yeah, here, boy.
There's some good news coming up, man. I want to say, what was we looking at the other day on TV? The Super Bowl halftime show?
Oh, Super Bowl halftime show.
Boy.
Snoop.
Dre.
If you get Dre out the house, then you know it's going to be a good day.
Tupac coming back.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You get Dre out the house, it's finna be crazy. Who else in there? Is Dre?
It's Mary J. Blige.
Mary J?
Mary J. Blige and Eminem. Mary J. Blige, Dre, and Snoop.
Every woman at the Super Bowl finna have stilettos on if Mary J come out.
You know who hosting it?
Who?
Jesus.
Yeah, gotta be.
It's the only person that can host it is
Jesus.
Jesus.
For sure.
Oh, God.
That's gonna be
real.
crazy.
That's going to be crazy.
You know what'll be legendary?
So,
if they let Snoop smoke at halftime, I'm cutting the TV off.
Yeah.
He smoking weed at an NFL game?
Halftime?
I'm cutting the TV off for sure. He too legendary for sure. But you see three of the players run back to the field. Hey, cuz, let me hit that.
Especially Marshawn Lynch. Because I can just see Eminem now. And Super Bowl.
Yeah, he gonna do his thing.
Crazy.
Mary J gonna have all the women crying at halftime. It ain't gonna be no women after halftime. They gonna be in the bathroom trying to get a piece of tissue.
Everybody gonna have on their boots too, like you said.
Yeah, for sure.
Have on their boots. Go Mary. Just hearing that at the Super Bowl. Go Mary. Go Mary.
For sure.
Go
I'm a Mary J fan though. Like I've had my Mary J nights.
Yeah, for sure.
Where I was just listening to nothing but Mary J. Blige. Like
she had you in your feelings as a dude too.
Yeah, for sure.
What's the 411?
Okay.
So, yeah, man. I can't wait. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm anxious to see what the trolls gonna say because they've been trolling everybody. They on Dave Chappelle.
They don't do nothing but oh my goodness.
They on Dave Chappelle about his special.
I was there. We seen Dave Chappelle live.
Yeah.
They the only person that can take you to a dark place and then make light out of it.
Man, like literally you could cry. It's a roller coaster of emotions, man. Like you mad at that dude. You got personal issues about that situation he spoke on.
You got some personal issues going on.
Yeah, for sure. Cause Dave Sweet. Remember when we first saw him in Houston?
Yeah.
He was on stage. Dude had on some Alexander McQueen's.
Yeah, I be at Alexander McQueen's.
How much them shoes cost?
They about $700. He was walking in them like they was like school shoes.
Like wearing them like they was Air Force Ones. And he pulled out 3 cigarettes. Like, and not at the same time, but he just kept dropping ashes on them. Like, you be seeing dudes in the club, they be, don't step on my shoes. And he was just wearing them like it was nothing.
For sure. He left off stage. Them bitches was scuffed up. He threw them bitches away for sure.
For sure.
Bitches in the garbage. He tossed them bitches for sure.
He tossed them for sure. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, somebody like Dave Chappelle, like, he in a great space right now because he don't have to care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people have to care. Like, Like, but he don't have to. So.
Yeah, he don't give a fuck at all.
No, not at all. He don't give two fucks. Kyrie Irving don't give two fucks either. Shout out to that guy.
He said he not getting vaccinated. He said he gonna lose that little $350 a game.
350,000. 300.
People don't see 350,000 in a year. He talking about, man, y'all gonna keep that little cheese, man. I ain't getting no vaccination.
And they can squirt me with some water inside my arm. I'm not giving up 300 of it.
That nigga Kyrie say shit. A vaccination, I'm on vacation. 300,000 a game, my nigga. Y'all can keep it.
He's throwing this. He got his feet up. I just don't. I don't. I mean, they said like 80 or 90% of the league is already vaccinated. Like
no, it's
vaccinated.
It's 99.99. He just that little 0.5% that ain't vaccinated.
Right, right. They tried to get Andrew Wiggins not to get vaccinated. It's like, nah.
He got vaccinated though.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he went on here and got vaccinated.
Go.
I'm finna just give me a vaccination card. I'm not gonna be vaccinated, but I'm gonna have a vaccination card for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just have a Sam's Club card.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna just be like, yeah, that's it right here. You ain't gotta get too close though. Just, but yeah, yep. I'm gonna just walk around with that little Band-Aid right here where they put it right here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just be like, yeah, man, I just got mine. They ain't even sent me my car. They said my car coming in 6 months.
And you have a nigga go take you the little vaccination shot for you. You know how you take a nigga to go pee for you? Have a nigga take your little vaccination shot for you in that bitch.
When they start that,
Who arm you got with you? Shit, I got my man's arm with me.
I got my man's arm with me. That's like that doctor. I know this off the subject. It was a doctor like that. He was catching a case, and he had put a fake tube of some other blood in his arm. So when they kept pulling the blood for the DNA test, they was pulling the wrong blood. And then one day he went, and the blood was just so old. They like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Yeah, you playing with us now. They arrested him. But when they start doing that, faking arms.
Yeah, for sure. You start taking somebody else to take your vaccination shot, like taking a nigga to go pee for you for a drug test.
Yeah.
You on the pop. I just put some shit in the street. They finna kill me.
Yeah, they for sure. Yeah, they is. Or get two prosthetic boys and they ain't got even poke.
For sure.
Yeah, so that's it. They gonna put a lighter to your shit.
That's deep. That's deep.
My boy Tom Brady, he going crazy.
Tom Brady always
He just passed somebody. What was it, Drew Brees?
Drew Brees, he number one.
That's crazy.
That was dope for Drew Brees though, because anybody that size that was able to do what Drew Brees did. Yeah. I'm just happy for him, because like for me, like I'm that size, you know what I'm saying? And I seen some shit on the internet.
But you played ball, so
yeah.
What position you play?
Shit, I played corner, kick returner. You know what I mean? Slot.
What position would you would have felt like if you went to the league, if you wasn't Davis?
Yeah.
What position do you feel like you would have just been like, all right, cold, I'm cold at it. This is gonna be it.
I think I was cold at corner, bro. Like I'm talking about, like you can ask some of the people I played with in high school, bro. Like this nigga named Ron Thompson. He was like 6'1". Like I used to lock shit up. I was the littlest nigga on the team, but I used to lock shit up though, bro. You know what I mean? Like I used to lock shit up. Like Steph, you know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to lock shit up. You know
to lock it up.
Hell yeah, I left Chandler Park and went to the East Detroit because I got put out and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Long story short, but I used to lock shit up, like, and I wouldn't want to play corner because that's the only position you ain't got to worry about Jeezy, CTE.
For real, you was not finna get hit nowhere near that. That's real talk, man. I don't know. I don't know. I just stayed in the hood. I played football, but I played pick 'em up, mess 'em up all the time. That was it.
Yeah, and we was small though. What you think about, like? Because I seen some shit on the internet the other day. I forgot where I was looking at, and she said a lot of women ain't dating because of men height.
The height.
Like, I'm 5'7". What you mean? I get bad bitches.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So what's up with the height thing? Like,
what's up with the height, bro?
Like, I gotta stop that. I don't even think women care about height no more.
No, they can't, bro, because it's like you got to choose quality over quantity now, because it ain't a lot of us good men left. So if you gonna let some over like height be your decision, you're gonna keep coming up short. You see because of height, and then you're short. And
if it's like, if you just want a tall nigga to get the bread off top of the refrigerator, a nigga go get him a little ladder or something. If that's the issue. We can always figure that part out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? She like, nigga, that bread been up there 3 weeks, it's molded, nigga. You ain't able to see up there, nigga. That's why you ain't know that shit was green as hell.
Need somebody tall just to get the bread, baby. Just say that.
Yeah.
But other than that, baby, that was crazy. Because old girl was, because like men, we don't even get to judge women on no level
at all. They hate that.
That's the crazy part. A woman could come into your life and we have to accept everything down to her, like her toenail, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Like if you say one thing about a woman, Lord forbid, like you unappreciative. I know somebody who like it. But as soon as a man walk in the room, you could be tall, but if you don't make enough money, you could be tall and make enough money. It's like a damn if you do, damn if you don't. Like I done heard women in conversations be like, "You think he thought I was supposed to fuck with him because he got money?" Then in a whole nother conversation with their girls on girls' night, I'm not fucking with no nigga if he ain't got no money. Like
that shit be deep though.
It ain't no in between money, baby. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Either I'm gonna be a superstar, or I'm gonna work at Target. Yeah. What you want to do? Pick me up at 9 or want to get or your flight at 9? You gotta pick
women do be picky as hell, like you say. Like you could be tall with money. And she'll figure out something. Okay, you got money and you tall, but when you gonna start working out?
Yeah,
come on, baby, bro, I'm straight. Grab your shit. You too judgmental.
I'm gonna have my cake. Grab
your shit, bitch. You too judgmental.
Too judgmental, bro. So like, men don't never really get a break at all, man. It's like, and we be having bare minimum stuff to do with ourselves. It might be your hair, your teeth, or out of shape. It'd be like 3 things with us that we can change instantly.
Instant shit.
Instant stuff. We just be tolerating everything. We just be like, forget it, just to have a good girl. So, that is weird that height is even a discussion as opposed to the quality of the man that you get.
Yeah, it is.
That's different to me, So,
well, there we have it. We're going to go into guard. Have you heard about what's going on?
In guard? Oh, what's going on?
18 NBA players indicted.
Oh, yeah.
Healthcare Ponzi scheme.
Oh, my.
We call it a Ponzi scheme. 18 NBA players, though.
That's crazy. Some of them names on that list is wild.
But look, this is my thing, though. They only walked away with 3.9 million. So if you 18 players divided by 4 million, take the one. Everybody walked away with like 200,000. Y'all niggas finna go do 20 to life for 200,000.
And they not finna even give y'all like cool time. They finna give y'all, this the first time this happened, example time.
Yeah, they about to give y'all example time for sure.
America give you example time. Yeah, well, remember we used to get a whooping in front of your people?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm finna make an example.
Better make an example out your ass.
Make an example out your ass.
For sure.
Come on, turn around. Y'all gonna all know not to touch nothing in the NBA.
For sure.
Turn around, because they had names on there that, like, if you would have just went to practice 2 more times, you probably would have been an all-star
You would have been
player.
straight.
They had some weird names on there. I expected Big Baby because I saw him slobbing on the court one time. I was like, yeah, probably need to get a chance.
Yeah, they had Darius Miles on there. I know them niggas went and checked their bank account like, what the fuck Darius Miles doing at the hospital? Bitch, you ain't did shit, man. Hey,
did nothing.
Get the lawyer on the phone.
Yeah, for real. Why you still taking trips? He got indicted when he went out of town. What are you doing in Houston? Spending money.
Not Darius Miles.
No, I don't want to hear.
Take a mile up through that jail, my nigga, for sure.
For sure, yeah. They finna make an example.
They finna cook y'all.
They finna cook them.
Yeah.
It just got to happen too, man. Because the NBA is just, that's a zero tolerance zone.
But all the places try to steal money from. Why are you trying to steal from the NBA and they giving it away?
They have the greatest accountants.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
The moment $2 is missing, they own it. Like they are on it. I saw Shorty. What's Shorty?
Who?
They always pin her up against Beyonce, Rihanna. She coming out with like a Fendi Savage clothing line. I guess that's her clothing line.
Like,
I saw it go viral because she had male rompers on there, and it was like see-through and
a male romper.
Yeah, bro. They into that fashion. They would consider that fashion.
So you saying a nigga supposed to go grab him a little extra ass? I don't want no extra ass.
No,
straight. I got what I got.
Play that 2 times for her.
Yeah, for sure.
That ain't it. It's a lot of stuff I love about you, Rihanna. Like, I love your look, your lipstick. I know what your lipstick do because she give a lot of her money to HIV and the AIDS awareness.
Okay, I'm glad
on that tip. But I saw that one. They went viral. They had a dude like on the website. It went viral. I don't have no problem with whatever you do with your life, but that was a bit. That outfit is a bit much. You're gonna freeze to death no matter where you at.
Hell yeah, with a romper on or not, your ass gonna freeze.
Your ass
gonna freeze. I don't give a damn if you got a romper on.
I don't care what you got going on.
Going the fuck down.
Yeah, it's
That shit is deep.
And it's like the thing about, like, I don't know. It's weird how everybody else is on this different time with COVID. Like, you go somewhere, somebody is taking it serious here, and you go somewhere else, you live somewhere else, and they like, it's cool here, and you go somewhere else, you got to have cards. I think that's what's throwing everybody off in America office. Like when we going to all get on the same accord? If it's that serious, can we just all get on, can we at least agree on one thing? Like, if we're going to all order this pizza, what one topping do we all like?
Yeah, for
you
sure.
know what I'm saying?
When we was just in New York 2 days ago, we walked into a restaurant, them folks say, yeah, y'all got y'all vaccination card?
For an outside bar, bro. The bar was outside.
I was shocked.
I was mind blown.
I was flabbergasted.
I was. This was beyond me.
Speaking of beyond me, that's another segment we need to get into.
The beyond me segment.
Mark Zuckerberg. They say he done lost 19 billion. Not million. Not 19,000. Not 1,900. Not 19 cent. The nigga done lost 19 billion.
That ain't nothing.
Since September 23rd.
This beyond
19 billion, bro.
That ain't nothing you pat your pockets for. Hey, where you? Y'all see my little money laying around, the little 19 billion I had laying around that motherfucker? Nah, man, you don't lose. Cause what he lost that when Facebook went down.
Yeah, $19 billion. Like, bro, people ain't gonna never.
he almost snitched on himself because it's like, bro, now we know you getting money through there. Like, who you not paying?
Yeah, and they say he ain't give a fuck that he lost $19 billion. And somebody call him like, you down $19 billion, bro. Good call. I'm gonna take a little nap, man. That little cheese ain't shit. I'm up dog shit, nigga.
He literally run the world for sure.
$19 billion ain't for $19 billion not to be shit to a man.
To you,
you know how much money you gotta have,
bro. If I break 100, I'm retracting the whole 100. Like, okay, I stopped it.
Yeah.
Grab some little chips. Damn.
Look, this is what I do. Mark Zuckerberg was rich as hell when he told Donald Trump, "Hey, bro, you can't get on my little app no more, my nigga. We straight."
He blocked the president.
Nigga banned the president, and this nigga is the most powerful nigga in the world.
He blocked the president.
I need to check that nigga account.
Yeah, I do.
Some shit.
I do.
His shit don't even say. His shit don't even got like numbers in it. It just say you up that shit. It just say. It should just say you up that shit.
it just got an E and then another dot and then I don't know, bro.
For sure.
Just to wake up and just know that. And then the bad part about him, he know the truth. So we was I forgot. It was a place we went one time. They had some computers, and these people was just in the room approving what videos can get posted.
Yeah,
it was just like you can go, no, denied.
Yeah,
because they were saying that Facebook, they were saying it wasn't like it. That job is very hard because they were just saying the stuff that people try to submit
on Facebook
to get to be seen is the craziest stuff. So by the time something gets seen, they didn't already looked at it. So
damn,
yeah, it'd be crazy. They were saying the bathrooms didn't work in the offices. It was like they up
at Facebook.
At Facebook, they saying it was a suit. Yeah, it was a suit. They got a suit.
What y'all doing over at Facebook?
They leaving them.
Facebook niggas going to jail at Facebook for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm finna Facebook. I'm about to go to jail for sure. It's going to jail. But hey,
oh, what do we got? Any good news? We've been talking crazy.
We've talked about everything. I mean, good. We got only other good news we can talk about is somebody that's been doing some good buddy shit. I think the
dude, is it the governor?
The governor of California. His name is Gavin.
Gavin who?
Gavin something. What's his name?
Y'all.
Gavin Newsom.
Newsom. Okay.
Damn, we forgot his name.
Yeah, that's a different
Gavin
name.
Newsom.
Two different names.
He doing some bullshit. You know what I mean? Like now, it's a law for them to have like feminine products in all high schools and colleges for women.
That's nice, man.
That's you know what I mean?
That's nice.
That's dope.
Yeah, I grew up in some times where when you saw a girl with a sweater tied behind her waist, you knew what time it was.
Yeah.
But she just didn't want to fail English, so she stayed.
Yeah, she stayed.
Yep, she got roasted all the way to.
Yeah, now that shit come with your meal plan. Like you can get a meal plan and 2 tampons.
2 tampons, it's cold. You know, look out for the ladies.
Look out for the ladies.
Shout out to the ladies.
The women deserve it.
Deserve it because.
What made them wait that long to do that?
Right. Somebody powerful daughter went and she was embarrassed. They don't really respond when we talk. But let one of their kids. Man, I was embarrassed. It'll never happen again. I'll pass a law.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so one of them. But that's good for women to even. It took a while, but for now the world to start to understand how important things is to women.
It's just small things like
like
women need shit like that. Like
for real, bro. I be needing extra tissue, so I can only imagine.
Yeah.
I take shit, you know what I'm saying? I be wanting to do the little boxing glove. You know, that's how you
want to do the Millie Rock on that bitch.
Yeah, when you keep grabbing tissue.
Millie Rock on any block. Millie Rock on any toilet.
Oh my God.
Millie Rock on any toilet in this bitch.
What and then he did something for the
not the non-offenders.
Now he passed a law also that like you get stopped for like everything won't be a real charge now. Like basically, if you can get stopped with weed, small stuff.
Yeah.
They used to put a straight up case on you, misdemeanor. Or
so it's a
felony.
Drug offense.
Yeah.
But what's considered a drug? So we know when we go out to California.
That's weird because now you don't know like what a state is allowing you to ride with these days.
Yeah, what's a drug?
Like what's a drug now?
We need to know because we want to take some shit out there.
Yeah, in case we got to fly, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we take some shit out there. You know what I mean?
You can take it on Spirit. They're not going to check it anyway.
Your Spirit don't give a fuck. And on Spirit, you can't even put shit under the plane. You just got to bring everything with you on the plane. It's over with.
It's over with.
You know what I mean?
Got to. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you go to check your luggage. They say, shit, man, you got to put that bitch on top of the plane, man. They tying that shit down to the top of the plane like you going camping. Spirit wild.
Spirit is something different, man. Something. The funny part about having a name like Spirit, it was supposed to mean so much more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you think about what the word means, Spirit in America, like the Holy Spirit, all of that.
Yeah.
Just nope. Now it might be a hole in the plane of the Spirit.
Yeah. I think they named that bitch Spirit because you just got to have faith in this flight you taking. Ain't no telling you gonna make it to your destination though, but you gotta have faith in it. You know what I mean? You just gotta have faith in it. That's all.
I think they call it Spirit because you gotta have faith. That's called. I like that.
You gotta have faith in this motherfucking flight you taking.
You're gonna have to take that to the stage.
Yeah, we gotta add that.
That was fire.
To my Spirit joke.
Yeah, that's fire.
Yeah, that's fire.
All
right. Well,
what you got coming up, man?
Shit. Right now I've been pouring me some liquor. It's time for us to move on.
That's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. I'm gonna join that party.
Yeah.
Second that sip and trip.
Let's pull up.
Let's pull up. Hey, listen, man. I am comedian Blackberry. I'm Blackberry on Instagram, man. Y'all already know what time it is. We love kicking it with y'all, man. Come back. We got some more stuff to talk about. The world's steadily changing. We don't stop here. It don't stop. It won't stop. Take that. Take that. Take that.
Yeah, take that with you. Take that with you. Put it in your pocket. Take it with you.
Gang.
Yeah. And if you're watching this podcast, when you get done watching this podcast, I know you're at home not doing nothing. Go clean that microwave out. The microwave needs to be cleaned out. Just waiting on you right now. Go grab that little Dawn soap and one of them little dish rags. Go clean that microwave out, man.
Yeah, for real, man.
Love you to death, boy. Oh, and we back. The Fellas Podcast. Check the forecast. We're coming with nothing but heat.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it's only right for tonight of the fight.
Mm-hmm.
We keep it brown skin, light brown skin, and light.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we don't not Amber Rose. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Not Derrick Rose.
Uh-huh.
You feel me? That would be too easy. That would be Jalen Rose.
Got Jalen Rose in the building.
Lil Wayne dropped that in the verse. He did.
Fire.
He did.
Okay, that's hard. Now I gotta go find it.
We got to, man. Shout out Jalen Rose, man. This is our first episode of the podcast, and it wouldn't have been no better way to do it with all Detroit natives in the building.
What up, though? And I appreciate the love. Congratulations. Y'all studio look dope.
I appreciate it.
You know what I mean? Congratulations on, like, just being a content creator.
Yeah.
Like, I follow you on social media. He looked like Ray Lewis. Y'all funny. You know what I mean? It's like,
Ray Lewis.
You know, y'all doing y'all thing, man. I appreciate being here, and this is going to be a dope show.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be lit, man. It's going to be lit. I'm glad to have you, bro. Just from watching somebody just be dominant on the court to you actually sitting by them, like, sitting next to them. Like, it's just the success, the greatness, and just being humble. Like, I would have never expected. You know, I thought you would have came in and just said, let's get to it, and then you got some things to do. You came. He brought food. Dude brought some smoke. I don't even want to say what he brought, but he brought some smoke.
You can say it. I always
bring
food. That's my
smoke.
labor of love.
I ain't want to tell.
That's my labor of love. It's all good.
Yes, shrimp and rice. Man, it's like, man, that felt, man, that was.
That's how it was when I went to Philly. You know what I mean? I was on Broad Street with Beanie.
Yeah.
And he showed up. He brought me some juices, some African juices, and everything was 110. And we jumped in the ride. We was about to go to the spot. I turned around. He had a Mac on the back seat.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Had to.
What?
I was like, you know I got a game tomorrow, right?
Like, what year this was?
This was like, man, was this 2000?
Damn.
Yeah, this was 2000.
Damn. The thing about that is you couldn't even Uber at the time. You couldn't just hop out and get the fuck on, hop in Uber.
But again, like, you guys know how it works. You know, you got love for people. You go to their town, you tap in.
Yeah.
That's what it was. He came and scooped me. I was safe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely safe for sure.
Definitely safe.
You was making it to your game tomorrow.
Now we got internet gangsters. You look on the back seat, it's a Mac, but it's a MacBook Pro.
Oh, no, he wasn't internet.
No, yeah, for sure.
That's what I'm saying. The new gangsters keep a MacBook.
Yes, indeed.
There's going to be all type of shots put up. Some out the car and at the game.
And at the game.
Yes, indeed.
Mac riding with a Mac.
No doubt.
Mac.
Yo. So, Jalen, how you feeling, though, man? Like, just like being from Detroit? Like, because a lot of times people don't even know like that culture. And then for you to like make it to the league and do what you did in the NBA, like just explain growing up in Detroit.
Right. So I love this city.
Yeah.
I think I was listening to Boldy James' album, and it's like it was like an interlude. He was like, you know, even if this city raggedy or whatever's wrong with it, like, I'm going to be here.
Absolutely. I ain't leaving.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
And, like, growing up in the 70s, I got a chance to see the best of Detroit.
Fire.
And I want to see that actually happen for, like, this generation. Like, I remember Detroit was, like, one of the most thriving cities in the United States of America. Yeah. I was born in 1973. That's when the auto industry was booming.
Yeah.
That's when we had the Motown sound and Berry Gordy. It was booming. Coleman Young was our mayor. Mm-hmm. Like, Detroit was, like, winning.
Yeah.
Like, that's the reason why y'all wearing Cardis.
Tell them something. They better know something.
Coleman Young. Yeah. When Nightline or ABC came into the office, he had on the top hat, the fur coat. He had on the Cardis. He's like, y'all get out my office. Don't say nothing about my city.
That's fire.
That's why the fist ended up being in the middle of Jefferson.
You put me on game.
Like, this is a whole, like Detroit thing. Mm-hmm. And so we had 1.5, 2 million people living here. I can't front. It hurt my heart when I'm riding up the Lodge Freeway and it's a billboard to say we done knocked down 8,000 houses.
That's crazy.
That mean we ain't anticipating people coming back.
Ever.
That's what that mean. Like, it's 600,000 of us now.
It's only 600,000 people in Detroit?
Real spill.
That's tough.
And so, like, I remember we had Boblo. We used to go downtown, get on the Boblo boat, go to Ohio, 3-story boat, eat, drink, be merry, go to Belle Isle, go to Edgewater. Mm-hmm. We had the State Fair.
Yeah.
To go to arcades on the corner. Like, Detroit had crazy arcades. We used to go play real stand-up video games all day.
On the corner?
Yes.
Damn. That's deep.
That was like Detroit used to be thriving. People left the South. People left the East to come live in Detroit.
Yeah.
It was like and the Renaissance Center was like one of the most beautiful buildings in the country. Mm-hmm. Like, if you look at it, look at the architecture of the Renaissance Center. It's beautiful. It's gray. It's round. It looks at Canada. It's on prime real estate. We're the Great Lakes state. Look at our bodies of water are immaculate.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, Jalen. You got to run for mayor. He has to, because he know the city like the back of his hand.
I forgot we was on the podcast. I was just listening. Like, okay.
We had Joe Louis Arena. We had Hart Plaza.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like like Detroit. We're gonna get back to that, but I can't lie. I'm on Aretha Franklin Freeway, and I look up and we knocked down 8,000 houses. I know we need blight. This is not a shot at the mayor. Because you're right. I am going to run for mayor and be the mayor of Detroit.
Y'all heard that right here first on the F3llas Podcast. Yeah.
For sure. That's in my future. For real, for real. Shout out to Dave Bean. Yeah. Shout out to Dennis Archer. They both were at the JRLA golf outing. Like, I'm going to retire from the New York Post, retire from ESPN, retire from all of that, and run for mayor for Detroit at some point.
Fire.
Like, that's going to happen. And so it does hurt my heart when I'm riding on the freeway and it's like, we're celebrating knocking down houses. Mm-hmm. There's nothing more valuable than real estate. Do I have to tell anybody this?
No, we understand. People come to Detroit just to buy real estate because it's so cheap.
But this is what I tell them. Mm-hmm. I'll tell them this,
Yeah.
People be keying. I be in other places. I be in Cali. I be in New York. I be in Florida. Yeah. I'm going to go to Detroit and buy a house for $10,000. I'm like, but you're never going to live there or sleep there.
Never.
Because you're going to buy that crib and you think that you got over and you're going to drive back down the street. It's going to be 100 of us sitting on your porch.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. That ain't your house no more.
At all.
We done already squatted.
Yeah. Long time ago. He trying to figure out why he put $30,000 into it and the hot water tank gone. Hot water tank been gone.
Urban Miners.
That's what happened. That's what happened to the on the Home and Garden Network. They came down here, bought a historical house for $17,000. That was part of the show's budget, like $17,000. They came down here, met some dude on Craigslist, ended up finessing them for the house. He never owned the house. He upped paperwork. They don't know who they gave the money to because the guy never existed. So they gave him the money, and they called on Detroit to get the house back. And Detroit was like, you don't, like Jalen said, you don't stay here, bro. You don't have no right to come. Like, at least if you stay here a few years and got to know and figured it all out, like, you could have probably got some love or asked around.
It's a no-fly zone. You got to invest
into the people first.
Before you buy.
For sure. You got to put somebody on. If you come to Detroit and buy a house, you better make sure you buy a nigga up the street a house too. Yeah. He need a house too.
That's right. Invest before you buy.
You don't know if that was my auntie house. Now you can't have it now.
For sure.
Big fat dude with you can't have it.
No, that's dope though, cause like you know the culture of Detroit. Like, and then when you growing up in Detroit and then just going to Michigan, like you stayed true to what you knew. Like you could have went off and went to any school. Like what made you choose Michigan?
So at that time, like, Detroit was on fire with basketball, too. I was just thinking about this earlier. Like, there was a time where, like, Chris Webber and Derek Coleman was, like, the #1 pick in the draft. And we had, like, so many great players across the nation. We had Doug Smith at Missouri. We had Mark Macon at Temple. We had, like, B.J. Armstrong and Bill Jones at Iowa. Like Detroit had players everywhere. And a couple of my favorite schools that I took visits to, Steve Smith was at Michigan State. I was a tall point guard. Magic was my idol. I love Steve Smith. So I obviously took a visit there. Shout out to the Spartans. I took a visit to Syracuse. Derek Coleman was there. Like, those was the cast that was bringing me back to long shorts. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Those was my OGs that I got a chance to kick it with in the summer, came back to play in St. Cecilia, whatever. And University of Michigan. And so, and Anderson Hunt. Okay. UNLV. Yeah. You know, he went to Detroit Southwestern. A lot of people don't realize that we went to the same high school. And by the way, he's had a daughter graduate from Jalen Rose Leadership Academy and graduate from State. And now he has a son that goes there as well.
To your school.
Your school.
So it brought it full circle. Anderson Hunt, the 1990 Final Four MVP that played with Stacey Augmon and Larry Johnson. He from Detroit. He went to Southwestern. So those was like my OGs. Yeah. So people be like, hey, if UNLV played the Fab Five, who will win? I got to bow down. I'm like, they'll win. Yeah. They'll win. Yeah. Because those my guys. Yeah. But I chose Michigan because it gave a chance for my mother to come watch me play.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That's really what it was about. I wore 42 in high school, wore 5 in college because I was the 5th member of the Fab to sign. That's why I switched my number. That wasn't like, oh, this is my favorite number or like my high school number. Yeah. Like, I literally just was the 5th person of the Fab Five to sign. Yeah. Wow. So that's why that became my number.
That's powerful. That's powerful. I cannot, like, y'all was the first ones. Like, don't look at my shorts right now. You know what I'm saying? But y'all
in shape, dog. Yeah, I'm happy for you, family.
I appreciate y'all.
I'm next.
I
watch you, dog. You got 10 million people following you. I'm one of them.
No, I appreciate that a lot.
I'm one of them.
I appreciate that a lot, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I love you. You my brother, and I'm happy to be here, but I'm also a fan.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And you crushing it, dog. Congratulations.
Thank you. That means a lot to me, brother.
You know what I'm saying? I was about to cuss, but I stopped 20 years ago. You crushing it.
Okay. No, that mean a lot to me though, man. Like,
for sure.
Like for real. You know what I mean? Coming from like we was talking about, like just coming from Detroit, it's just so hard to make it out our city. You know what I mean? Like you just said, they knocked down 8,000 houses. That make you depressed in itself.
That happens nowhere. You will never see 8,000 houses in California, New York, or Florida get knocked down.
They'll
never.
Just come up with a program.
That's prime real estate.
Yeah, they'll just come up with a program for people to move in there. Yeah, they're not even coming out. Like, worst case scenario, you can Section 8 those homes.
They're making projects.
Yeah, real talk.
Worst case scenario.
Damn. That is
worst
deep,
case
though.
Scenario, bro.
You won't see that nowhere else, though, bro. Like, I wonder why they only do that in Detroit. Like, is it that motherfuckers just don't care enough about our city, or what is it?
They trying to redo it, but they're going the wrong way about it.
Thank you. And I saw the passion in your voice. It's because we're acknowledging that those people aren't coming back. Yeah. And I don't believe that. I don't want to. Yeah. Like, the goal, whenever you get a chance, like, there was a time when you were on Jefferson, that was the melting pot of Detroit. Like, we're a really segregated city. Yeah. Like, we're primary black city, but you guys know we have multiple different ethnicities in Dearborn and West Bloomfield, Bloomfield Hills, Southfield. Like, that's how Detroit is. Downtown, Jefferson was the melting pot. Yeah. You'll start down at the Rock, go to Belle Isle. I remember the Giant Slide.
Giant Slide was crazy. I got a chance to experience that. Like, I'm 28. I got a chance to experience the Giant Slide. Them was the days.
You see what I'm saying?
Y'all used to have the street sold up. Yeah. Chris Webber had a Sundance, a green one, I think. Yeah. I'm not sure. Was it
he had a blue Corsica. You ready for this?
Who had the Sundance?
The Sundance you talking about is a shadow, and that was my car. I had the green shadow with the rims and the Crown air freshener in the back.
Yes, bro. Yes.
With the
y'all used to be in the heart of downtown.
The component speaker in the back with the back seat rolled down.
Man, I was a kid watching y'all. Y'all was legends like we.
You know what I mean?
Oh man, that's crazy for you to say that. I knew
for sure. And Jefferson was that. That was like people from Southwest Detroit, the Northwest, East Side. And by the way, thank y'all for letting me be on the East Side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, you need a passport to get on the East Side.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, the West you can kind of skate through. Yeah, on the West, that's nice.
On the West, we got mailboxes. We got, you know what I'm saying? We got driveways. We got alleys.
As soon as you get to the East, it's a pit bull meeting you.
For sure.
It's a pit bull walking the pit bull.
Exactly.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? I remember we came to, I think it was the Adams.
Mm-hmm.
Adams movie theater. We used to come over here and watch the Bruce Lee karate flicks when we was young, for real. And before we know it, like, we was shooting. Our people. I was gonna say Negroes were shooting at the screen. You know what I'm saying? We was like for real. Like, we like the whole. When I saw Wu-Tang Clan happen, like we were actually doing that in the neighborhood. We embraced the Chinese heritage. And we were doing breakdancing and all of that too, but we was also like doing the kickboxing. And I remember Kareem was in a movie with Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we was wearing the flash shoes trying to make nunchucks and all that. So we had to come to the Adams to watch the Bruce Lee flick. And dog, I love the East Side.
Yeah, that's fire.
I love the East Side.
I claim the East. I was born on the West Side, though. Like, my mama hate when I say I'm from the East Side, though. I was born on the West Side, but I reside on the East.
Okay, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I reside. But
I got dual citizenship, too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. You good over here.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But your high school knocked down, though. Like, when I heard about Southwestern, like, I was like, did he mean Southeastern? Oh, no, I went to Southwestern.
And that's messed up because we had a great tradition. And like one of the things that kind of sometimes disappoints me about my hometown is like we don't celebrate our traditions and like our legends enough.
Yeah.
Like when I go other places, I see people getting streets named after them and having their own days and like that really happens. And those people deserve it. But in Detroit, it's like, you know, you gotta be Lee Iacocca.
Yeah.
You know
then they gotta pass away or become a super legend.
Right.
Yeah,
for
for sure.
them to recognize.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so like I'm glad you guys, and thank y'all for having me on, take pride in our hometown.
Yeah.
Y'all can leave. We can be doing this from anywhere.
Yeah, for sure.
We can be doing this from anywhere.
Yeah, we in the heart of it.
You guys made a choice.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to make sure I do it here.
Yeah.
So I want to ask y'all a question. Why did y'all do that? Because I had to make that decision too.
Yeah. I think it was more just not knowing how to leave. I think I'm all the way Detroit. Like, I had my people always, like, even Envy, and then my writers like, man, if you was in L.A. doing this, you had guests every day. Like, it's hard to get people to come to Detroit if they ain't got a show here or something.
Or they don't live here, or they're not getting paid to fly here.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed.
So don't nobody really want to come to Detroit.
With the school, yes, indeed.
Yeah. You don't really want to come to Detroit, though, but I believe in it. I stuck to what I know, and we here. We ain't leaving Detroit. That's where we at.
And we wanted to see what the love really was, because everybody want the easy way to love you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want the easy way to love you. So it's like staying somewhere where you going to have to come receive this different type of love. Like, we wanted to see who really was going to be like, all right, I'll be there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And and you showed up.
So can I tell y'all something?
Yeah.
Isaiah, Bad Boys, Pistons, legend.
Yeah.
OG told me this when I started my school.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell y'all this when y'all starting your podcast on the east side of Detroit. Y'all going to look at y'all phone, and y'all going to DM people that follow y'all, that y'all hit, and y'all comment on their page, and y'all think they going to come and sit in this chair and do this show.
Yeah.
And you're going to realize that they only going to come, most of them, when they getting paid.
For sure. Absolutely. That's how I go.
So that's why it's important to do the show that y'all want to do, but also recognize those that you thought you was going to be able to rely on, and you thought there was 10 toes down, and you realize you texting, you emailing, you scheduling, and it's like, hold on, they ain't been here yet.
Yeah, what happened? What's going on?
That's crazy.
They ain't been here yet. Like, oh, they got a show, oh, they here.
Yeah.
Oh, they getting paid, they here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to say, don't get discouraged.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that's why it's Detroit versus everybody.
Yeah.
Because people don't spin the globe and be like, I can't wait to go to Detroit.
At
Like,
all.
you do.
Yeah.
I do.
This is where we from.
Yeah, I do.
I'll be in California like, I can't wait to go to fuck home.
Yeah,
Correct.
We know what's going on here. We know
Correct.
what's going on
Correct.
here.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's why the city behind y'all.
Yeah, all the way.
And y'all know, like, we got a no-fly zone. That's
No,
the
for
one
real.
thing about.
We do.
So we're not the population of Florida and New York and California and all of that. But you know what we are? We are boutique.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we
One of
know
a
where
kind,
you landing. We know where you staying. We know where your show at.
Yeah, for real. It's going down.
Yeah. You got to literally have 5 decoys walking out with your same hairstyle because we know you can't get away from us. That's real.
That's funny you said that though about like Isaiah and the Bad Boys though. I feel like the Fab Five was the original Bad Boys.
They sparked us, and they came to practice with us.
Yeah.
They fueled us up. They put batteries in our back.
For real.
They came to hoop with us. Imagine, I was in college, Bill Lambier, Joe Dumars, Isaiah Thomas, they came to Ann Arbor to practice with us in the offseason.
Damn.
Oh, that's tough.
I see what was going on for sure.
Yeah.
I'd have been on the same type of time. I'm on that.
And that's when the Palace first opened.
Mhm.
Like the Palace first opened, I was in high school.
Yeah.
And we won. We took pride. Like, this is our home gym. Like, I was Detroit Southwestern, Southwest. Shout out to the BMF family. I see them getting recognized right now.
Yeah, shout out to them.
You know what I mean? Like, that was my era. Just think above the rim. I was in high school those years. And so, like, we was like, the Palace first opened, and we won a championship and whatever, da-da-da. And then the Pistons won it in 89 and 90.
Right.
And I got a chance to play there in college. So, like, the Bad Boys fueled us. And also, when hip-hop, rap music in particular, started getting embraced by mainstream America, it was in sports.
And what year? That was like
89, 90.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you exactly when it happened. It was MC Hammer, You Can't Touch This, and the Bad Boy Pistons. I was hooping and DJing. That's my hobby.
Damn.
So in the like early 80s, like when Dr. Dre was with World Class Wrecking Crew, Dr. Dre, I was DJing, jam.
Yeah.
Chip. Like I was DJing then. Like that's what I was doing growing up.
Right.
That was my hobby.
Damn, that's deep.
And so like I was always responsible for the music with the team. And they didn't play rap music in the arena at all. At all. We probably get like, whoop, there it is. Or like, oh my God, this is how we do it.
Friday night.
Montel Jordan. Like those are like the only like maybe songs. And then Pistons adopted You Can't Touch This, won the championship. Hammer was the #1 artist in the world. He did They Can't Put Me in the Mix video at Joe Louis Arena.
Wow.
He was the #1 artist in the world. Google it. They put me in the mix. That video, Joe Louis Arena, downtown Detroit. And Oakland and Detroit, we family.
Yeah.
We cousins. Oakland and Detroit, it started with the Panthers in a lot of ways. It fostered itself through rap. So you'll see E40 here, Too Short here, doing songs with Big Sean. Like, those are cousins.
Absolutely.
Like Too Short said it in songs. Like,
I always wonder why Oakland music sounded all just like Detroit music.
Because they here.
It sounds just like our
They
shit.
here.
Shit is crazy. I be thinking, I hear Oakland nigga rap, I be like, he from the East or the West?
No doubt.
No, he from the West Coast.
And that's the artist that threw me off with that. That's why I thought Nipsey was from Oakland. I first heard him, I was like, what, is Nipsey from Oakland or Detroit?
Yeah.
And he's from LA. That's why I love Nipsey. But, you know, his sound just reminded me of that when you brought it up.
Yeah, that's powerful.
And that's so what made, like, so when you thought about doing the school, what did you do to go about it? Like, when you just said, like, because you said it's 10 years, right? Going?
Yes. And shout out to my brothers Gilly and Wallow.
Mm-hmm.
They doing their thing on their podcast. But you guys are next. So I'm going to just tell you what I really was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to do something as a public figure that when I say education, even if you wanted to block me or hate on me, you couldn't get in my way or try to stop me.
For sure.
Because I'm going to tell you, as black men, we not considered cute and cuddly no more when we get to high school.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they want to help us when we in 2nd or 3rd grade.
Mm-hmm.
When your parents bringing you to school and wiping your ass and doing all of that.
Yes, sir.
But when you like in 9th grade and you having sex, you smoking weed, and you was watching Scarface for like 4 or 5 years in the house, and you got your own social media accounts, they off of us.
Yeah, definitely.
They don't support us those years.
Yeah.
That's why I started a high school.
Yeah.
That's literally the reason I solely, and if you look at the pictures of when we did our ribbon cutting ceremony, I didn't have no corporation standing behind me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not like one of the all-time great players.
Yeah.
So, like, I didn't just have people saying, you do something in your hometown, I got you. I'm going to stand behind you, stick my chest out, write the check. All you got to do is show up and take a picture. It was like, yo, I got to build a board. I got to recruit a staff. I got to get the thing authorized. I got to find a location. And I might get denied and lose all of my money.
Yeah.
And in Detroit, it's not a real estate investment. So when I went after that building, it was 1.7, 1.8 then. Right now, it's 1.2.
Right.
So, like, you doing something like that in California or New York City, that at least becomes a real estate investment that allows you to still fund your budget. Yeah. Like, doing it here, like, it's a LLLL, like Cool J.
Yeah.
Like, real, like,
Facts.
you got to really want to do it. Like, I get zero state funding from my facility. Zero.
Wow. You did it all on your own.
Yeah. You got, like, everything has to be written or raised. Period. When you come to the school, y'all come to the school, you're going to see. We got an elementary, middle school gym.
Yeah. And where is it again? Just so they know it's in the heart of the city.
8 Mile in Hubble.
Heart of the city.
15,000 Trojan. I grew up on Puritan and Apple where I grew up a few places. Shout out to 12th and Gladstone. I stayed there for a few years. Shout out to 6 Mile and Greenlawn. I stayed there a few years.
Okay.
All of the schools I went to growing up are closed. Shout out to Bagley.
Closed. Okay.
You know what I mean? So, like, I'm like you guys. I ain't going nowhere.
I ain't going nowhere. I'm here too.
I'm gonna be here when the buildings that look like the Renaissance Center are like doubled and tripled.
Yeah.
Alongside that prime real estate.
Yeah.
That we see Canada. And you look at Caesars. That's why we got casinos.
Yeah.
Like, we had everything legal at 21. You can go over there at 18. We go over there 10 minutes away. That's why Detroit got casinos right now.
Damn, that's deep. And I'm here until these motherfuckers bring the All-Star game here. Like, we had the Super Bowl. I forgot exactly what year it was, but I remember it was the Seahawks versus the Steelers. That's when Jerome Bettis retired. He's from Detroit.
Yes, indeed.
But they have never brought the NBA All-Star game here. Like, what's that about? When the heck somebody get the NBA commissioner on the phone, we want the All-Star game in Detroit.
I gotta tell you, family. At some point, I want to do a show called Not in Front of Company.
Okay.
Well, we can talk our Detroit business in front of only us.
Yeah.
We can talk our black business only in front of us. We ain't ready for the All-Star game yet. Because where everybody going to stay?
Right, you're right. It ain't enough Airbnbs, and I got a condo. I don't think everybody can stay at my little house.
When you get a chance and you on the Lodge Freeway, you on the Jefferson or whatever.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Look left and look right. Like, we need some Fortune 500 companies to move back.
Yeah. Right.
I'm telling y'all, I remember when the fist happened. It was the gift and the curse for the city. It gave us a level of pride because it's like, we got a fist in the middle of the block. It kind of remind us of Black Power. We winning. Oh!
Yeah.
They can't tell us nothing.
Yeah. We felt good about that.
They took all of the businesses and all of the money, though. Yeah. So now we don't have, like, Fortune 500 companies here.
Yeah. We
don't have, like, boutique. We have boutique restaurants and brands. We don't have, like, what's your favorite? Where do you stay when you go to L.A.?
I'm always downtown. I stay at, like.
I love downtown.
Yeah, I'm always standing downtown.
People start going down there.
Yeah, I'm definitely down there. Now, you right, though, when you say that. Like, our city, if we did an All-Star game, where would people stay?
Right, in downtown.
Safely.
Motherfuckers have to stay in Canada and drive over.
See,
or 2 hours outside.
You in downtown, by the way, you can eat sushi roku, you can eat katsuya. What's your like, I love Chinese food, but we don't have no sushi restaurants.
Yeah, you're right.
Where's our W?
Yeah. Where's our Rich Carlton at?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, real talk. Real talk.
No, hey, when you do run for mayor, bro, I'm front line and center. Because like you really know what's going on.
Yes,
like
it's important to me.
Yeah, you really know what's going on.
Let me tell you one other thing we're gonna have to do. We need some toll roads here.
Ooh, that'll kill him.
Yeah, you'll kill them.
That'll kill him.
So many people dash in, make their money, work in Detroit, put on their D hat, they old English D, say what up, though.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
they up through.
They gone.
We need them to. I need that 235.
We need that toll.
I need that 235.
Back across state line.
Yeah,
yes.
Canada do it.
Yes.
Everybody do it.
Because even though we're getting gentrified in a lot of ways, families in theory aren't like majority downtown. So there's still a lot of people that's still gonna commute into the city to work, but live outside of the city.
Yeah.
They should be going through toll roads.
That's fire.
All right.
Fire.
Cut the cameras off. Let's put this in the play. Cut them off.
Yeah. Let's go talk our black business.
For real. For real.
That's deep. You ever gonna cut your hair though, Jalen? Because I'm talking about like back when y'all had the infamous bald heads. Like I'm talking about that Jalen Rose. You ain't never going back to that Jalen Rose.
So that Jalen Rose that the world started, and I love my public, my people, my supporters, my family so very much that people look at me and say, you know what? I rock with him so much, I'm going to name my kid after him.
Power. That's power.
You know what I mean? Like that's a real family decision. That's not like, you know, she look good, I'm going to take off the rubber.
Right.
Type decision. That's like 9 months.
Yeah.
Like everybody get to chime in on this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Grandparents, uncles,
heritage,
you know,
family.
parents, everybody rubbing the belly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody get to think about this. And so, like, I'm extremely grateful that happened. And tell me your question again. And keep this in there. I love this. I always mess up the question.
Yeah. Will you ever cut your hair again? Like,
yes, sir. So let me tell you what happened. So in college, I wore a bald head because.
How did that happen? The infamous, like everybody had bald heads. How did the bald heads happen?
So we thought like mean mugging was a thing in the 80s and the 90s. Like we felt how we looked made us hard.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like how your pants was, how your Timbs was, how you had a screw face, like it made you hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it don't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so part of that was rocking a baldy. You know, so, and by the way, when you look back at all of that, Jawan Howard, I love my brother. Shout to C-Web, shout to Ray, shout to Jimmy. Big Newt never cut his hair bald.
Wow.
Glad you did that. Good job, DJ. Absolutely. We always talk about all y'all had bald heads. Jawan was like, I love y'all, but I ain't cutting my hair bald.
It was too wavy.
He had the wave. He had the real wave.
Yeah, he started the light skin moment. He started the light skin moment. Yeah, light skin moment.
He was, $1 million a week business. Reduce the rumbles. You know what I'm saying? And so if I would have known then that people was going to care about my hairline and haircut, I would have been sexy 30 years ago. I would have probably got with Holly Berry.
There it is, for sure. It ain't never too late.
Right. That part. And so, like, hair evolved basically over the years.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell y'all truly what happened.
Okay.
So I did a couple of viral cuts. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Where I had, like, the Caesar with the waves.
Right.
And then I was like, I'm going to rock that for, like, 6 to 12 months. And then I'm going to add the half moon Caesar. Yeah. And then I added that and shout to my guy Andy Authentic. We had crushed that look and whatever. It became viral. It was a whole thing, whatever.
It was.
But the one thing is, I'm 48.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you keep hitting that razor like that, it don't grow back as fast.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And then going into Christmas, gonna be on Christmas Day. We got 5 games, the NBA. I'm on prime time. And I was dealing with a brother. Shout to him. I ain't gonna say his name. I ain't gonna slander his business. But like, I had somebody working on a suit for me, and was like, he was half stepping.
Yeah. And
I felt like my look wasn't gonna be what I wanted.
Right.
So I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna reach and do something else with my hair. So on Christmas Day, I did like the side little mohawk.
Right.
So I had like the half moon Caesar in the middle for a few months, and then I did the mohawk on the side.
Oh man,
right?
I remember that. Yeah.
And then like in January, I was like, my hair ain't growing back. I got like this mohawk on the side. This half moon Caesar. I was scared. I was like, my hair ain't growing back. I started freaking out, dog.
He like, I gotta keep this bitch.
No doubt. I started getting some of the African creams and juices. Like, people think I got a cheat code. I'm from the crib. Yeah. If I had to do anything, I wouldn't do it. All I do is sit in the barber chair and get a haircut.
That's it.
I ain't whatever like HD put on it, that's what he put on it.
Yeah.
And so I was like, yo, my hair not growing back. And I was like, if it grow back, please God, please let my hair grow back. Yeah. And so it grew back on the side, grew back on the top. So I'm like, nah, I ain't cutting it.
Yeah.
I ain't cutting it. So
I feel it.
Y'all might see it. I ain't gonna lie. I just not thought about something. When Jay started growing his hair, I did feel some type of way.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Jay growing his hair. Oh, man. Yeah. Dang, maybe that's how people going to look at me now. Like, oh, why he growing his hair? But, like, I'm growing my hair because I want it to grow back.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
I'm glad you cleared that up, though, because a lot of we thought you had a unit on because your shit was so crispy. Yeah. We like Jalen Rose got a unit on his shit.
A G unit, too.
I'm not from Michigan, but I'm a Fab 5. Yeah, yo, 50 game. You know my name. Well, here's what I do. I only let y'all see me if y'all not in a 313 when I got a cut.
There it is.
That's the trick.
Yeah.
I set up all my interviews and my public appearances on days when I'm going to have a cut.
Okay. I got to get like that.
That's the game.
Yeah.
So today, for example, I had a full day. I went to JRLA. I had HBO Real Sports here. We got the fight.
Yeah,
Fury.
Fight.
You know what I'm saying? Deontay Wilder. I'm doing a pod with y'all, so I got a cut.
Lit tonight.
And y'all got JB hooked me up.
Yeah, you see I put you on, though.
What I mean? Thank you, family.
Why are we all in here with a JB cut right now?
Put me on.
Real crispy shit.
I'm running for mayor as soon as I get another cut.
And I have to say this. We call him JB, but my brother's name is Jalen.
Yeah.
That is deep.
Fire.
And by the way, his stepfather, he walked in the room. He was like, do you know Ramon? Da-da-da-da. I was like, Moni?
Yeah.
I know his stepfather.
Damn, small world.
He grew up in my hood when I was a shorty in the 70s when I was hooping on a milk crate.
What?
Wow.
Yes, indeed.
And we just rekindled a couple of relationships in here today.
Real spill.
That show you how
real spill. When I was hooping on a milk crate, dog,
yeah.
and I was skinny shooting runners, and people was like, that's a bad shot. now everybody got to have a runner or a floater in their game.
Trae Young is the king.
It was only a couple of people shooting runners, like Sam Cassell, Nick Van Exel, Mark Jackson, and me. It was only like 4 or 5 people.
You took it back to the NBA where you could really foul a motherfucker. Like now, if you blow on somebody, it's foul.
Over.
Yeah. You can't even blow on nobody.
Yeah.
Well, like, there's no physical intimidation in the game. That's what I don't like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like
definitely a separation.
You need that.
It's like,
who wants to be there?
It's almost like if you was about to get into a battle rap, but you couldn't cuss.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or you was about to do a stand-up and you couldn't cuss.
Yeah, what we doing this for?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, shout to the artists that, approach it that way. I believe our guy Sinbad from Detroit, does his show that way. But, like, for me, somebody that stopped cussing in 2002, that aspire and love comedy. Oh, Envy, where my list? Get my list, Envy.
You don't cuss
and
at all?
Don't cut this out. Don't cut this out.
Oh,
I stopped cussing in 2002, and people be around me for 10, 20 years. Please, Envy, I love you. That yellow pad in there with those comedians on there, please grab it.
On there.
So the reason why I stopped is because I just had my daughter, and I just have to say this because I'm around a lot of brothers.
Yes, sir.
And this show is about to represent the hood. This is about to be the Don Diva.
For sure.
Like, I had a broken relationship with my father. I never met him.
Me too. Well, I know him.
I created a broken relationship because I wasn't married to the mother of my kids.
Yeah.
Wait, run it for me one more time, Jay.
I love you, brother. Yes, sir.
I got to make sure I know.
I never met my biological father.
Uh-huh.
And my goal was not to have kids and not be married.
Understandable.
And to create another broken family. That was not my goal.
Right.
But it ended up happening.
That's how it be.
And I ended up having 2 kids, Mariah, Gracie, who I love. Shout to Ladarius, my stepson, who was 7 years old when I met their mother. And you see someone 50% of the time when they live in the same city or state as you.
Right.
If they live in a different city or state,
oh, man.
that makes it 25, 33.
Yeah.
You working, you're a man, you're doing your 9 to 5, you're trying to have your career, you're trying to make your bills, you're trying to pay child support, you're trying to do what you got to do. You got to take care of your thing.
Yeah.
Now you got to take care of 2 households.
Right.
Your household and that household.
Absolutely.
And so what I'll say is, like, I just want young people to have compassion and understand that you don't know everything that happened in your parents' relationship.
Right. Yeah.
Like, my biological father allegedly had 13 kids by 11 women.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? And so for me, when I finding out that kind of information, I was like, I ain't about to be like that. I'm going to be better than him. I ain't going to do no kids, and I ain't married. I ain't doing all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did it.
Yeah.
And so I had a bitterness toward my biological father for so many years of my life, and my kids, directly or indirectly, had a bitterness toward me many years of their lives. And I'll tell y'all something, it ain't got nothing to do with money. I was paying all the bills. House in my name, light bill, gas bill, phone bill, tuition, insurance, life insurance, everything in my name.
Yeah.
So, like, you sitting there right now, like, man, if I had bread, a blank check, we'd be good. No, it's not that. It's that you created a second home.
Absolutely.
And you're not there. There's no substitute for time, not even money. So if you create a second home, you got to be ready to bite the bullet. She going to date other people, dog.
No, I'm living that right now, and I don't even mind the dating other people, but I know, like you was in the league at that time, so it was like y'all had an 82-game season. Like, it was impossible for you to be home the ways you wanted to be home.
Yes, sir.
And I'm famous, so I'm gone almost every week. I'm on the road almost every week. How did you deal with being gone so much? How did you deal with that part of the
I didn't
situation?
deal with it. I focused on my money and my career first because I'm the breadwinner.
Right.
I'm the leader, and I'm the man. And what ends up happening is you got to make decisions for the group that might not please everybody.
That's powerful.
You know what I'm saying? And
Powerful.
And ultimately, I got to take care of me too.
Yeah.
And you're not with your ex anymore, so you may have the opportunity to move on, which create a whole new dynamic.
Yeah.
Depending on if your son or daughter wants to embrace whoever you decide to date.
Absolutely.
So I'll just say, like, if you're going to have kids, try to have kids with the person you plan on being with. But if you end up not being with that person, there's going to be turbulence because you now got 2 households to feed, to raise, to nurture. She's going to be able to move on. You're going to be able to move on. And when he or she is sick or lonely or tired or taking the kid to school or paying the bills or lonely, they're going to be mad at the other parent.
Yeah.
That's just going to happen.
That's powerful. It make a lot of sense. Cause it's like, once you got something else going on, she like, all right, I'm lonely. Fuck this. Where the fuck you at? I'm finna act the fool.
What you doing?
Yeah. I'm pulling up. Book a flight.
Right.
You know
I gotta be where you are.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Right. Or it's like that. You post it with somebody else. Like, you start calling for your daughter or your son, voicemail.
That's the pain. That's the part that hurt. Like, that's real pain.
That's why I'm putting it out there, dog.
Like, you can't talk to your kids. Like,
I'm putting it out there, dog. I done bought laptops. I done bought cameras for the top of laptop. You have FaceTime.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, real for real. And there's a lot of turbulence there. And so I'll just say, because I know it's a lot of 20-year-old out there like, yo, I'm about to knock this. I'm about to get some Viagra. I'm about to crush it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And by the way, you need to leave that alone because you want to be able to wake up like me when you're 48. You don't want to be messing with that in your 20s.
Yeah, I hope you ain't. If you taking Viagra in your 20s, your shit don't work no way. You need to get a new dick off Amazon.
I'm going to tell you, dog.
Yeah.
They definitely doing it. Yeah. It's not even close. I meet her. I'm knocking her. What time, where, da-da-da, planning it.
That's the true definition of biting the bullet.
Yeah.
Planning it.
For sure.
Planning it.
Yeah, that's crazy. I ain't know people was taking it in their 20s. I've never even cared to try it.
But that's a lot of confidence, man.
Yeah.
Even in the position to where we like we famous, to take that and to know I'm getting, because I don't know. So I'm just sitting there anxiously, brick as hell, like, what's up, baby? You ready to
and you don't even know you about to get no coochie.
Right. Like, what is the confidence level at that point?
You just bricked for no reason.
Yeah, shooting bricks for sure. I'm scared of that.
Yeah, you got to have a hell of a confidence to think you motherfucking chicken that she don't even plan on giving you no coochie. You done already bit the bullet 30 minutes before you came over?
Man.
He would call up something else.
Yeah.
Your hand, the only thing you got left.
He gonna go back home. Like, what happened with Shorty? She was making it hard for a nigga to get that.
Hey, that's deep though. No, we appreciate, man.
Yes, sir.
Them words of wisdom, because them words I can take with me like for the rest of my life. Because I'm only 28. Like I'm a young guy. You know what I mean? I be needing that type of, like I said, we both ain't have a father, so like anything that I know I learned on my own, or I got a big homie like that's sitting across from me. Like I only hang around people that's older than me. Because can't nobody my age teach me nothing. I don't know arrogant shit. It's just how I feel. I need somebody older than me that done been through something. Right. You know what I mean? I need real conversation so I can be like, all right, bro, I understand what you're saying. You've been through that. You understand where it's at.
But also, too, and I don't mean to fan out for a second, but, like, I am a fan and a supporter of yours. Like, you listen, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I've seen you, like, improve your post, improve your comedy, improve your skits, improve your body.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like I realized something in my life. Like my advice only matters to people that have pride in themselves.
Yeah, that's powerful.
You know what I'm saying? Like I could try to give you game, I could try to give you cash, I could do whatever, but like you took the lessons and like, oh,
yeah.
That's what I gotta do.
I took them.
Seriously?
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? Like most people like hear it, but don't act on it. You acted on it.
Yeah. All the way. Like, bro, we'll be in the middle of a skit and I'll be like, yo, you know, you see your friend and see your brother, somebody you see every day, hang with this dude 24/7. Yeah. So it's like,
dope.
To see him do what he do, you be like, all right, bet. Ain't nobody going to come to you, Jalen, like, you might want to roll that off the fingertips like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Dog, you made it there. So he'll be in mid-skit. I'll be like, bro, try this. And he'll be like, fuck it, let's try it. He'll end up trying it and really like the idea. And he'll take it and make it his own.
Of course.
But it's the fact that, like you said, a lot of people just don't listen. Yeah. A lot of people, like, what would be the reason having somebody around if you just not going to even at least listen?
Ego.
Yeah.
That means that you respect and appreciate and trust your family and embrace them.
Mm-hmm.
But your ego allows you to understand when you need a pat on the back or a kick in the butt.
For sure.
That's really what it is. Like, if you got people just around you like, yes, 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 like you fly, you fresh, that's a good decision all the time, that's not real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's not authentic.
Yeah, you need somebody who's gonna be like, all right.
And that's not Detroit.
At all.
No.
Detroit gonna keep it G.
That's not
like I've been on, like I've had my shows to where I bombed hard. Like I was already famous before I knew how to do stand-up comedy. So like I'm 4 years in now. So when I first started, everybody was just throwing a bunch of money at me like, hey, how we want you to do the show? We got such and such amount of money for you. It's 4,000 people. I went to Chicago. It was like 4,000 people there.
Washington.
Like I bombed hard. And after I bombed, I told him, I'm like, bro, I'm not doing these big shows no more because I'm not ready for that. I'm just famous, but I don't know how to do stand-up yet. Mm-hmm. So I went back for the last 3 years. I've been doing comedy clubs. Oh. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Now when I go do 2,000-3,000 people, I know where I'm at. I know it's going to be love. I know it ain't going to just be, they think I'm bringing what I do on Instagram. No, I'm bringing real jokes. It's not what I do on the internet. I'm bringing real stand-up comedy to the table.
And I don't have to tell you this. Like, you're not the first athlete to have a turnover or miss a shot or, you know, have a bad game or have a bad season or not live up to the expectation or not the first comedian to bomb. Yeah. We've heard every comedian. All of my favorite comedians, I can tell you right now the story that they told me about them bombing. But what I would like to ask you is, and this is like the jewels for our audience, like Detroit versus everybody means something to us because we know that people don't expect nothing of us. We know we the underdogs, and we know we're going to have to cut through. Yeah. We're going to force respect.
Sure.
Force respect.
Every time.
So for you, when you did bomb, when did you go back and decide, and how did you decide you're going to force your respect?
For me, it was immediately, like the ride home. Like before the show, me and him got into it. Like
the ride home.
You know what I mean? The ride home.
You look in the mirror, you don't see your agent or your manager. You see reality.
You see reality. That's all you see. You don't see nothing else because like when you on that stage, don't nobody matter or nothing else matter but you. So now, immediately, it's time for a change. We went back on the road, like, what was it, 2 weeks later? It wasn't no time to sit down. I got to know this. It like, for me.
Sat in the basement.
Yeah,
we was in the basement. Listen, man, because I have been doing comedy a long, long time ago, like, for a long time. Just been in the game about 10, 15 years. So when he started, they started demanding comedy from him.
Exactly.
Like, bro, it's a protocol to this. Mm-hmm. It's a protocol. He used to be in the basement just, hold the mic at the bottom.
By the way,
that trick's there.
Entertaining human beings and making them laugh that you never hang out with is the hardest profession ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
For sure.
Ever. I walk in a room, I ain't never drank with y'all, smoked with y'all, kicked it with y'all, and I got to make y'all laugh. That's the hardest profession of all time.
Yeah,
especially if I already came to the show thinking that I know somebody that's already funny.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like, good point.
I know somebody that's funny already.
Exactly.
I hang around this nigga every day. He not here. So I already came with the bar set.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a great point. I slept on that one.
Yeah,
I have that. Like, I listened to Richard Pryor's 33.
Yeah.
When I was little.
So now when you go
now I expect that.
Man, that's your level now.
That's a great point.
That's your level now.
Yeah, they hold you at a certain standards. Like, they come to my show, okay, he better be funny as Cat Williams.
Period.
Hold on, I just started.
Right,
You
right.
know what I'm saying?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Like, Cat Williams been in the game a minute, but they don't, like, for us, it's more of a right now situation. Like, it's a demand. There ain't no high weight on it. You know what I mean? Like, I hadn't did stand-up in 2-3 years. Like, right now, the demand's so high for me to get back on stage. And we had a pandemic. Like, you know what I mean? I was focusing on my movie career and things like that. But, like, the demand for me to get back on stage is so high. It's like, right now how I went for you coming back outside, when you coming outside, when you coming outside. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean because, like, it's my job to, like, pay attention to sports and entertainment. So, like, I have an elite sports podcast, Jalen and Jacoby.
And I watched that. I definitely watched that.
You got to come on for sure.
Please.
And the Renaissance Man that I do for the New York Post this week was 13th in entertainment in the United States of America on Apple. Like, it's crushing it.
Yeah.
Right? And so a talent like yourself and like a show like this and an opportunity like this, I think you having your voice and continue to tell me your question again. Keep this in. This is so funny.
Well, no, it was more of us just talking about the demand being so high.
Going on stage.
Going on stage.
Doing stand up.
Yeah,
right. Right. And so doing stand up, and I mentioned this earlier, that's the hardest freaking thing in life somebody's ever gonna do.
Yeah, definitely.
That's hard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say it's impossible, but it's like, how do both of you guys approach, and whichever one of you guys can go first? It's almost like being a DJ. Like, I see the crowd, like, oh, they may like reggae, they might like pop, they might like rock and roll. Is that how you approach your comedy? Like, how does that work?
He'd go out and freestyle 45 minutes. We'd be back in the green room talking about jokes. I'd be like, bro, what jokes you gonna say tonight? He'd be like, I'm gonna say this and that. He'd go freestyle. Like, he's so good at it, he will freestyle for 40 minutes. And if I know the crowd rocking with him, it'd make it easier for me. I'm like, they rocking with my opener. I know they finna love me. You know what I mean? And he's cold at it. Like, he'd go freestyle for 30, 40 minutes, and I've never seen no comedian not tell an actual joke. He would go out there and kick it with the crowd for 30 minutes. We just did a show with Snoop.
Snoop, tell them the whole presentation of how Snoop hit you up and everything.
Yeah, so I was getting ready to go to L.A. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, I might have already been to L.A. I don't know. I'd be drunk. But Snoop was like, hey, man.
Good for you.
You know what I mean? I'd be drunk.
Good for us.
But he hit me. He was like, hey, I'm doing a birthday celebration for my brother. He turning 50. Do you got any comedians that can open up for me? I'm like, yeah, I got my brother, comedian Blackberry. He come through and go crazy. So I bring him out there. He get on stage for 10 minutes, 15 minutes. He freestyle for 10, 15 minutes. It's some of the funniest shit Snoop ever seen. He's showing him love. Now, anytime Snoop called me yesterday, maybe 2 days ago, was like, hey, you got Blackberry with you. I'm doing a documentary. For who he doing it for?
For Def Jam.
For Def Jam. He doing a documentary for Def Jam. He like, you got Blackberry with you? I'm like, yeah, he want Blackberry to come back every time because he seen him on stage.
You know Snoop Dad from Detroit.
Yeah, we rode down 8 Mile together.
Yeah. Snoop Dad from Detroit. Yeah. And Dave Chappelle mentioned this artist recently.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if you've ever been compared to him or people ask you that you look like him. But, like, to me, like,
oh yeah,
you're having a lot of the, like, ascension that I see from the baby.
Like,
am I bugging?
The funny part about that,
people say it all the time. That's what make it funny.
And the point, I know what you mean. The imagine you look like
he's dope and I love him. So it's clearly
but
I
know
we
the
both
point
famous and we both rich, so it's all good.
Yeah. But the point that Jalen making, I told him, like, I don't know, fire, we don't care. But when I said, bro, you know how lucky you is to look like somebody that people love, but then you look like you and people love you. Nobody will ever be born looking like Chris Brown, but then can actually do something else.
Right,
like, you either gonna look like you, and then whatever your gift is that.
Right.
Like, God was like, you know what? Whatever you was in the past life, I'm gonna double bless you.
Well, I get the baby, and he get
Jalen,
and he get Kevin Hart.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Yeah, one lady.
I'm pretty sure at one point in your life, somebody came up to you and compared you to him.
Absolutely. I done had a
just
few
at the bar. We was just at the bar.
You know what's so crazy about, like, being famous is the fact that I was just in New York, right? And she was telling us about she didn't think no comedian was in a space to where she just was in awe. And she just told me her comedian she liked. And then he was like, you know Ha Davis? And she was like, yeah, I know Ha Davis. But I was standing in her face. She ain't know it was me.
Like,
I was in her presence.
Couldn't believe that he was standing there. Like, it was a pandemic, and like he said, he's starting to get back outside. But
married? How you married?
No.
You got a girlfriend?
Yeah. A little bit.
Okay, so I'm not gonna make that joke.
No, make it. She my girl is she's like me.
Yeah, she cool.
She cool.
Okay.
Cool. Make the joke.
She take the punches too.
Okay. No,
Not physically.
I'm not gonna make that
the
joke.
Punchline joke.
He say no. He say I'm not gonna make that joke.
I'm gonna respect you, wifey.
That's
Oh,
real.
You good? You can Dave Chappelle it.
Yeah.
Nah.
Say, I'm not gonna take that.
Come on,
Nah,
man.
this
You can
my-
be the closer.
I'm trying to be around, dog. I ain't
No,
about to
you
be making
married
no
though,
joke.
ain't you?
She be like, Jalen. Oh. Cut the camera off. We talk about that off mics.
Okay. Well.
Yeah.
Real.
But yeah, no, I mean, going on stage to answer your question, going on stage and what it is, bro, imagine like going out there and like you said, you go into the crowd, you don't know what type of humor these people like. It's people that only like phone
It's the
humor.
hardest job, man.
It's people that only like phone humor. Then it's people that only like humor about dogs. It's people that hate people that talk about dogs. This could be one person.
Or people that like you on TV and hate you on the internet, or vice versa.
Vice versa.
But those are two different audiences.
Yeah. Sure.
So you just
Wait.
wait.
I
You
deal
go
with
out
that.
there
I
and
see television personalities that are disliked on the internet.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Dude, so let me ask you something. Coming up, and even now over the time, because he balanced it really well. I don't know how.
Mhm.
How did you handle your fame, success, money, family, but with your friends, your homeboys, people that felt like you owed them, people that rode with you from day one? How did you balance all of that?
Hey Jalen, let me hold 25,000. I know you got that
Yes,
that
sir.
message a few
So,
times.
like, white families aren't obligated to take care of each other because they didn't endure slavery, and they don't, like, we celebrate each other's success in a different way. We help each other achieve our goals. Like, we see talent in one another, and we're willing to, like, hey, I know how, got a chance to be something special. I know Jalen got a chance to be something special, so people to fall back and invest in me to put me in a position to chase my goals. And so what happens is, in particular for us and our people, it's mandatory that we give back.
Yeah.
And we can't separate ourselves from the good, bad, or indifferent, from the people that loved us, supported us, that try to help get us on.
Yeah.
But what you got to do is try to teach them how to fish.
Definitely.
That's the key. I realized in like my method, and we all have our method, like when you start getting money, you're not a part of the crew no more. You're like a leader.
Yeah. Definitely.
You're a leader. Like I'm in a position to help other people's relationships, their kids, their goals, or whatever. And so what has to happen, and this protects the friendships and the relationships too. What do you want to get accomplished? How can I help you? And let's lay out the steps, and I got you.
Exactly.
So therefore, if it don't happen, like you can't, like if you ever walk down the street and somebody be like slandering my name or assassinating my character, in the back of your head, I want you to think, Jalen gave that person thousands.
Hi, man.
Yeah, that's what we looking
Preach.
for. That's what we looking for.
You see what I'm saying? But the beautiful thing is when you teach your people how to fish, and they start to get their name together, start getting their driver's license, start getting their, a checking account, start getting their credit together, start getting, their relationship right with their baby mama, and like getting their paternity in order, and like start getting their house and start getting their job, and like that's what you hope to have happen.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Absolutely. What about when you go to teach somebody how to fish, but they don't want to learn how to fish? They just want you to fish it, but they just want to walk off with the bucket of the fish that you caught.
Well, you got to get cut off at some point. And I'm just going to tell you this, and people actually don't like when I say this, but I don't care. Like, people come into your life for 4 reasons. When you get a chance, look at your phone. Here's the 4 reasons. People are there to add, subtract, multiply, or divide. Choose wisely.
Yeah,
So when you look down at your phone, if that email is there to divide or subtract, you got a choice if you want to read it or not.
Yeah.
If you want to allow that negativity into your psyche or not.
Yeah.
That's a choice. That's actually that app on your phone. That's Twitter. That's TikTok. That's IG. That's an app on your phone. That's your choice.
Definitely.
Your phone number is a choice. You can block that person. You can mute that person. That's a choice. Yeah. And so when I look down at my phone and people stress me out, I can't deal with them. I'd rather not deal with them than change my number.
Yeah, real talk. That make a lot of sense.
And I've had the same number for over 20 years. My oldest daughter, Mariah, go to the University of Georgia. She a senior. She killing them. When she told me my number, I never changed it. So if I'm off of you, I'll be off of you, but I'm keeping my number.
Yeah. I'm just going to block you, but this number ain't changing. Yeah. I'm not going to Sprint, T-Mobile, AT&T, Verizon.
Right.
I'm not calling them. I'm keeping this number.
That's right. That's right.
That's powerful. I love that.
I like that. That's what we needed to know.
That's right.
Watching how it all comes together, you know, and people will come and say everything to us. People come to my area. He don't this. People go to his area. He don't this. One thing about this circle, we don't do this.
Yeah.
Right.
Once we come to a hole, it's about what's the next move.
Yeah. Right. Cause you gonna argue with your homies and the people that you love all the time. We do that all the time. We'd be at shows. I'm talking about got to be on stage in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
We gonna talk shit to each other.
I love this.
Yeah.
And then we gonna go get on that stage, and after you come off stage, it's gonna be love again.
I love
Got
this.
right to Chicago. My clothes is in the bag, wrinkled. This is Harold Washington Theater. You gonna get on that stage? So I ain't doing shit. My clothes wrinkled. they to this day. Look, my clothes wrinkled. My clothes, remember Blackberry? My clothes wrinkled.
Detroit Negro right here, boy.
For sure, my clothes wrinkled.
My socks don't match. My drawers don't go with my shirt.
You know it's so much pressure being from Detroit, bro. Because Detroit is the only place that you get judged from head to toe.
Yes.
We don't get judged on. Our talent is only respected after our presentation.
Absolutely.
So you're exactly right.
Absolutely.
Boy,
but you're
that's half your battle.
But you know what? You're exactly right. Like Detroit does get judged harder.
Dude.
But you know what else? We're doper too.
Oh yeah.
Talented as fuck.
All the way. All the way.
So like when we get confident, they fall in line.
They can't fuck with us.
I learned that too. So even on those days, family, when you don't feel it, that's just because you gauging yourself on the Detroit standard.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you're going to fall in line, and nobody else going to think or feel like that except you. I had to do that.
Yeah.
Like people look at me like every time I see Jalen Rose, he got a fresh cut. No, every time y'all see me, I get a haircut that day.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You see what I'm saying?
That's hard.
Like, okay, this is going to be a busy week. I'm going to do interviews Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So I'm going to get a cut each one of those days.
Yeah. Keep me crispy.
And then to let it grow, next week is a light week. I'll get a cut on Monday and let it breathe for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's how you play it.
Damn, that's tough.
That's powerful. I ain't gonna lie.
You got to come out with a hair wave book.
Yeah, he got to do something.
He got 10 crack commandments for the waves.
Yeah, for sure. He got to do that for sure. I know they be on his ass. I know people walking all the time.
When I saw his hair go viral, I was like, it's over.
They do.
I know people always ask you about your haircut. What else do people say about you? Like, do they ever bring up the Kobe game, the 81 points?
So I welcome everybody bringing up the Kobe 81 game. Please do, because I want you to right now Google who was Kobe Bryant's favorite player in high school.
Wow.
I want you to Google that right now.
I gotta know.
I gotta know
before I start to speak.
Please.
I gotta know. You got it? I gotta know.
And with that being said, it's really unfortunate how we lost that young brother. Like he retired from the game, and he invested himself so very much in his daughter and her basketball career and his production company and stuff like that. And for him to, to perish at such a young age. That's devastating.
Devastating.
Yeah,
like for real. Like I ain't gonna lie, I be doing these like all-time NBA lists, and I can't front. I do sometimes be like, how did I get LeBron in front of Kobe?
Yeah.
I do say that.
That's crazy.
Like, if I'm doing a top, if y'all was like, hey, Jalen, who the top 5 players?
Damn.
I'll name LeBron.
Wait, hold on. What is it? Who is
Kobe Bryant's favorite player when he was in high school was Jalen.
Jalen who?
But hold on. It's Jalen Rose. It's the front.
Yeah. Wow.
Blew my mind. We can end it right there, man. I thank y'all for calling Wendy's.
Hey, hold on.
Jalen was nice
who?
like that.
God,
Like that's like
Jalen
Michael
Rose.
Who when I was in barbershop. Jalen Who, my mother created the name Jalen.
That's
My
fine.
mother
There wasn't no Jalen's before we right.
I lost my mother in February, Jeannie Cassandra Rose. She created the name. My biological father was drafted by the Pistons. Number 1 overall. Number 1 overall.
When he was drafted by the Pistons?
Yes.
Number 1 overall.
Yes, when you see me at the games, bossing up,
Yeah.
like the Pistons, like I might have a Pistons tattoo on my backside. Like that's my squad. Forever. You know what I mean? Like my father was the number 1 pick of the Pistons. My mother took his name, James, and combined it with my uncle Leonard name, who took her to the hospital to give birth.
Jalen.
That's where the name came from.
That's powerful, man.
You could Google it, you could search it, you could do whatever. My mother created the name. I just didn't talk about it a lot, but I lost my mother in February. So I'm here to like continue to represent her legacy. I'm the first Jalen. Like Elton John might say sir, I might change my name to the first or something. Like for real, my mother created that name. And so like the Pistons are the heartbeat of my family. My mother turned me on to basketball.
Yeah.
So this year when we had the number 1 pick, and the last time they picked a perimeter player number 1 was my father.
Wow.
And I just lost my mother.
Wow.
I was in Phoenix the night of the lottery. And I probably shouldn't say this, but whatever. So, like, I was at work. I was at my ESPN job. And I was like, the Pistons about to get the number 1 pick. If we do, I'm about to buy y'all 1,000 shots. I'm telling y'all, I just felt it. And it was like, 10, yay. 9, yay. 8, 7. I'm telling y'all. And then we got number 1. I knew we was about to get number 1. And so, like, the Pistons moving into the inner city, like, we needed that so much.
Yeah. Bringing the culture back.
When I was young, we had Leon the Barber. The Pistons played downtown. Detroit was one of the first cities people was coming to wearing fur coats down to the floor, like big cars outside. We played in the city, pork chop, beards, high afros. Like, Detroit invented that in the league.
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all. I'm saying this because it's a fact.
Wow.
People came to Detroit, they copied our style. I just don't want Detroiters to underestimate our influence in the marketplace.
Yeah. Definitely.
Like, people copy us. Yeah. Like, even Detroit versus everybody. You see, like, versus the world or versus whatever. That's a Detroit thing.
No, I be seeing shirts. I be like, y'all know where y'all got that from, right? That came from Detroit.
Come on now.
You know what I mean? Everybody, we got everybody in the world. Like Cartier owes this city so much money.
Yeah.
And the Buffs. We gave them a whole different style. We gave them Nike and Brand Jordan.
Yeah.
We gave them Cartier and Buffs.
They owe this city some money. Like, they need to just come pour some money into the city.
And by the way, I told y'all what made Cartier famous, Coleman A. Young. Let me tell you what made Buffs famous. It was something that actually was tragic. It was a terrific high school player that was wearing the Cartier Buffs and got shot and killed. that's what actually popularized us rocking that set of glasses. At first, we was rocking the Cartiers like Coleman Young.
The wires and woods.
Correct.
And then
when that player got killed, we started rocking the buffs. And that became a Detroit trademark.
Yeah.
It's almost like when we were saying Negro and white folks was calling us nigga, and then we flipped it and we started calling ourselves nigga. That's what happened with the buffs. Like a young fella, actually a high school great basketball player, I think it was like in 9th or 10th grade, got shot and killed for those glasses. That's what actually made that story trademark.
Crazy. We started rocking them for real. Like I remember growing up on the east side, like I grew up on 7 Mile and Moraine.
Ooh, you need
like,
a passport to get over there.
You know what I mean? So I'm at Eastland. I'm talking about like niggas like snatching glasses, buffs off niggas' faces and running up through Eastland like track stars.
It was crazy.
You wore some buffs to Eastland, you was getting your buffs snatched off your face, and then I'm on foot with it.
Yeah.
It's almost like, why didn't you expect your glasses to get snatched?
If that's the narrative.
It's not like
that was.
It's not like you're hard enough, you're rough enough to hold them. Yeah. It's like you're rocking them. You better be ready to die for them.
Yeah. Exactly, sure. Yeah. That's really why I own a pair of buffs to this day. Because growing up, that shit low key traumatized me. Like I could rock some buffs and be safe now. I just don't rock them because of all the trauma I've seen with them glasses.
Yeah, for real.
I done seen people get killed over them glasses. I done seen niggas get their glasses snatched off their face. You done got stumped out about them glasses.
Yeah, I was in Checkers. Oh, yeah, he had on some original buffs, wood, gold, big round. 2 guys walk in. One guy cut the line, asks for something, and the other guy pushes him in his back. He go forward. When he went forward, the other guy snatched him. He came out the door with the 38. Pow, 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 pow. They just ran across Livernois. Never got my big Buford. Police came, shut it down. But that's Buford.
Oh, like them glasses is powerful.
It was crazy, bro.
That's the staple
with the
of
Sherlin.
Detroit.
With the Sherlin. He had on the Sherlin. He was doing too much.
Yeah, that's the staple of Detroit.
He was doing so much. Sherlin and buffs.
Yeah.
Lamb.
You had a Sherlin on back then.
Yeah, with the buffs, you was asking for a lot of smoke.
Yeah, Sherlin's classic. I'm
classic.
One of those, the blue ones, the browns.
Browns.
Legendary. But no, this has been a dope interview. My last question for you would be, because we got to do, I was using the 5-5, so we got to do your top 5 NBA players, and then we got to do your top 5 comedians after that.
Okay, cool. So, I care more about my comedians than my NBA players, so I'll do NBA players first.
Okay.
So, the greatest 5 NBA players of all time are Michael Jordan's number 1. Whenever you get confused, think about 3 peats.
Yeah, absolutely.
That acknowledges dominance.
In a league where it was tough.
It's tough to 3-peat.
When you 3-peat, that acknowledges your dominance.
Yeah.
I mean, I won a championship 3 straight times.
In the greatest league.
Yeah.
Correct. Michael Jordan did that 2 separate times. Yeah. Anybody I'm about to name, other than Bill Russell, has not done that. Yeah. Like, he won 3 straight championships 2 different times. Right. That's crazy. That's insane. I played against him. Mm-hmm. Like, when y'all saw The Last Dance, I was playing. Yeah. I made a jumper. I was balling.
Right.
Like, I was playing.
Who was harder? Like, did you defend Mike?
Yeah, that was my role.
So who was harder to defend, him or Kobe?
I better say Kobe.
Okay.
And we'll get to that. Yeah. But Michael is the GOAT. Right. And the thing about MJ, whenever you get a chance and you working out, you training, try to run and lick out your tongue. It's impossible. That nigga was playing basketball with his tongue out.
I'm over here trying to do it now.
Dog, I want to make sure.
I can't do it sitting down.
I'm going to make sure I give this a rebirth in 2021. Mm-hmm. Michael Jordan played basketball with his tongue hanging out.
Yeah.
Do you know how hard that is? How impossible that is?
Yeah.
Mouth dry as hell.
Mouth dry as hell.
You can't run 3 steps without biting your tongue.
Yeah. Right.
I don't care. Try it right now. None of y'all can run 3 steps without biting your tongue. He took off from the free throw line with his tongue hanging out. That is crazy.
The original lizard.
So, like, he was smooth, he was cool, he was fly, had a ball head, had 2 straight 3-piece. And by the way, we still standing in line for the shoes.
Man.
To this day.
To this day.
Deontay Wilder fight tonight. To this day.
To
this day.
To this day.
And I'm going to be in the bedroom like, let me jump from the free throw line with it.
Right? To this day.
To this day.
Right? Okay, so
bam.
like, I know there are people that didn't see MJ play that, like, you know, a current player that I'm going to get to is their GOAT, but, like, Michael Jordan is the GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
And I love rap and I love comedy. I actually love rap and comedy more than I love basketball, and we'll get to that. Mm-hmm. But the greatest rapper of all time is Jay-Z. We'll get to that another time.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even close, by the way. Jay-Z doesn't write his rhymes.
Yeah.
Like, I've sat in the room and watched Jay-Z do a song, and the nigga didn't write nothing.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mental notes.
1, 2, 4, 8, 12. Sat back. Done. Done.
Yeah.
Okay. Basketball top 5.
Yeah.
Next,
Kobe. I mean, you had Mike at 1.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's number 2.
That's legit.
So, like, mainstream America will never give Kareem Abdul-Jabbar his props because he's the reason that the American black athlete can actually be outspoken.
Yeah.
He changed his name. When you look at the Ali Summit picture, Lou Alcindor was in college.
Yeah.
He was in college.
Yeah.
He got 6 championships, 6 MVPs. He's the all-time leading scorer. He has the most unstoppable shot of all time, the skyhook.
Yeah.
You can't deny him. Right. He won a championship with the Big O, won a championship with Magic. Like, trust me, Kareem is number 2. Right. Number 3, Bill Russell. So, like, now people are watching play, like, oh, my God, he's playing against Plumber. He's playing against people that was cab drivers. Right?
They picking niggas up off the street then.
Right?
Yeah.
And by the way, you ready for this? He played in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a story about him and Ted Williams, who bat 400, never won a World Series, while Bill Russell had 11 championships in 13 years, had a freeway named after him. And Bill Russell didn't. And he was on a road trip, and racist people broke into his apartment or his house and put feces all over his bed and all over the walls and all over that stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, Bill Russell, just so y'all know, like, he was the person, he was, I'm not comparing nobody to Jesus. Like, I'm a God-fearing man. But for sports, he was like the person that fell on the sword so all of us can live. Yeah. Bill Russell. Yeah. He coached. He played. He was outspoken. He had a beard. He was dark-skinned. Like, he was disliked. He played in Boston. Like, he won 11 championships in 13 years, so he's 3rd. The next spot is, for me, is controversial because while I want to say LeBron, I always say, why am I putting LeBron in front of Kobe? Mm-hmm. I always ask myself, why am I putting LeBron in front of Kobe? Like, LeBron is dope, and we all know what he's accomplished. But, like, Kobe was a monster. Like, MJ's the original, Kobe's the remix. Like, he chew his gum like him, talk like him, the game of basketball. It was like Kobe Bryant jerked off to basketball.
Yeah. Yeah, that's real.
He did. Like,
Nah, that's
he ain't care nothing.
Yeah.
So, like, in that spot, that's
That
kind of
guy,
controversial for me. Like, some days I feel like it is LeBron, but I'm like, it should be Kobe. And then, like, the next spot for me is Magic. You know, those, like, jump center as a rookie in the league, won 5 championships, the only 6'9" point guard. So, like,
6'9" at point guard. God damn.
6'9" family.
Kevin Durant pushing the ball up at that
Yes.
time.
Right.
He was a freak of nature.
Yeah, freaking nature.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
we hadn't seen it since then, but only person other brought it back was Tracy McGrady.
Yes.
Mhm.
Love T-Mac.
Yeah.
Love T-Mac. And
That's a powerful list. I love that list.
That was a nice list.
yes.
It's a powerful list.
That's a nice
Let me
list.
go my comedy list.
Hey.
I wrote it down
Yeah.
because I wanted to
Make sure you get it right.
being an adult and a professional, it was important to me.
Yeah.
It's an important list.
Yeah.
Richard Pryor's number 1.
Obviously. He was the Bill Russell of comedy.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he was definitely.
Thank you
that's
very
a
much.
Good analogy.
Yes.
brother.
So, comedians in the 70s, you guys were not embraced
Mm-hmm.
or celebrated.
Yeah.
You guys were considered political. You guys were considered
Like Dick Gregory's and
yes.
all of that push.
Yes.
Still trying to get a voice.
You guys
Yeah.
were not accepted
Wow.
at that time.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't like, oh, here's Richard Pryor. He's so funny,
Yeah.
so we're gonna celebrate him.
Right.
It was like, oh, Richard Pryor, he's so funny. He's so funny. We gotta silence that Negro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's like, I'm giving you like real spill. Like, that's what happened.
Yeah.
Like, I listened to Richard Pryor on a component set with a 33. He had an album.
Yeah.
Like, his album was the equivalent of when like Drake's new project drops.
Yeah.
When he came with his album, it stopped everything in the black community. Ask your mother, ask your uncle, ask your grandparents. It stopped everything in our community. Because he was the first person that was funny, black, and unapologetic.
Yeah.
And he was handsome. He was well dressed. Like, Richard Pryor was fly.
Yeah.
Like, when people talk about him now, they try to talk about him like, they talk about his his drug use, but like, he was well dressed too at first.
Yeah.
Like, Richard Pryor, I'm trying to tell y'all, like, Richard Pryor was fly.
Mm-hmm.
And so when he dropped that album, it was almost like when Muhammad Ali chose not to go to the military.
Mm-hmm.
He became disliked. So, like, my favorite athletes when I was young were disliked.
Yeah.
Jim Brown, Bill Russell, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Muhammad Ali, and Richard Pryor. And so we started to now be able to watch our favorite characters be played out on TV. Like 70s and 80s, we watched a lot of TV and sitcoms.
Yeah.
So I watched Sanford and Son, Different Strokes,
Good times.
Archie Bunker.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like, we used to argue about him, but like, Norma Lear wrote a number of those shows, and he wrote that character.
Yeah.
And he was crazy racist.
crazy.
But we watched it because it gave us the scope of what they really thought.
We needed to see that.
And what they said about us when we weren't around.
Right.
So, like, this was all like smart TV and like the evolution of comedy, the evolution of television, the evolution of the black voice.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, when Eddie Murphy was doing Raw and Delirious, like, these were game-changing things for us. Michael Jackson did his Thriller video.
Mm-hmm.
I was in middle school. We was rushing home, like, come on at 3 o'clock. We about to go watch the Michael Jackson video. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
And so, like, the black experience, in particular, as it relates to Detroit, is like, we got our fingerprints everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah, absolutely.
Like you can't talk about sports and entertainment and not acknowledge Detroit.
Yeah, and Detroit is the hardest place to do comedy. If you're a comedian, it's the hardest place in America to do comedy.
I heard Dave Chappelle say this on Big Sean's album.
Yeah, it's the hardest place in America to do comedy.
He said, I did my final show because of the people that I just talked about. I may get canceled. I did it in Detroit because I did said a lot of bad things about Detroit because I bombed in Detroit. And he said Big Sean's father was like, hey, dog, and put his arm around him. Like, it's going to be all right.
Yeah.
So what makes Detroit different? I want to ask you guys.
As far as comedy?
Like when I play ball, right?
Yeah.
Dribble, pass, and shoot, win, lose, or draw. That type of thing. But my family's going to root for me. I got 80 people in the stands, and they love me, and it's ride or die. But for comedy, they bought your ticket.
Yeah. I think it's like back to what Barry said, as far as like a motherfucker who just hilarious already. So if everybody in Detroit, damn near, like you think you funny. I know you got times you like, I'm hilarious.
I do.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody got that. Everybody got that moment where they feel like I'm just hilarious. So if you got like piggybacking off what he said, it be times you just go to a show like, nigga, you better be funny because my homeboy that's on 7 Mile and Gratiot, he hilarious.
And he don't even care to get on stage.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I hang around Darnell Rollins, when we was with Dave Chappelle all that time.
Oh, gee.
Yeah.
Darnell Rollins, him and Dave Chappelle's relationship is just like me and his, but we had to talk to Darnell to get it.
Yeah.
Dave don't say too much or nothing.
No, he doesn't.
He know his presence is enough.
Yes.
He know what he says on stage is enough because he's saying what he said.
Yeah.
But Darnell was like, everybody love Dave. But go ask Dave who the funniest person he know.
Same thing Jalen said about Kobe. Everybody loved Kobe, but go ask Kobe who his favorite player was.
Correct.
And so when he said that, it goes back to answer your question. You coming on stage to be the funniest. But if you had to walk in the door and ask everybody, who's the funniest person you saw? Oh, my God, my little cousin Nisha. Your little cousin? I'm competing with a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm on stage. This is my professional job.
Yeah.
And you just told me your niece is the funniest person in your family. I'm not funnier than your niece.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, this is crazy. So when you go on stage, you got 350 people of what they're comparing you to. So the second you get that joke off, you have to change their mind in that second. This joke might take 15 seconds for me to get off.
Yeah.
And I have to change your mind and then rewire your mind and then tell your mind, that was funny. We're going to give him a laugh. And then the laugh come out.
Gotcha.
So, dude, it is Detroit, don't even give you that.
At all.
Don't even give you, they didn't smoke and drink in the car.
Yeah.
People come out.
Snuck it in the spot.
Yeah. People come out.
Looking for somebody to shoot at this point.
Yeah, in Detroit, people only go out because they mad.
Who can I shoot?
Detroit only go out because they mad.
Yeah.
If they go out happy, they're going to go dancing. They might just go to a bar. That's the happiest Detroit going to be. They come to a comedy show.
All right.
So
what was that? We was at
comedians. So
what do you get?
First comedian was Richard Pryor.
Ooh.
And then your top 5 comedians. First one was Richard Pryor for the lessons, the culture, and the risks he take to open the doors.
Each person has their own criteria when picking their favorite comedian of all time. For me, I take into account heavily my favorite stand-up of that person.
Oh, okay.
Like, to me, the hardest thing in life is to entertain human beings in a room that you never met and make them laugh.
Absolutely.
Like, that's so hard. That's the toughest thing. That's harder to me than hitting a 100-mile-an-hour fastball.
Yeah.
Like, that's tough. Yeah. So the best person I've seen do that is Richard Pryor. I remember he had his album and everything, and he's like the gold standard of comedy for me. Yeah. The next person, stand up, movies. Eddie Murphy.
You can't go wrong.
It would be almost.
Like he got
People forget he did his first special at 22 years old.
And the best part about him is
Raw,
saying his
delirious
name.
movies. He has so many franchises.
All you got to do is say his
Beverly
name, and
Hills
it all
Cop,
comes to your
48
head.
hours.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
he's had like franchises.
Yeah.
You know, like I remember like coming to the Adams on East Side. Like, just so you know, if you're from the West Side, you come to the East Side to watch a movie, you really gotta want to see it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You really gotta want to see it.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you that. I promise you.
That's fire. Okay,
You know
we
what I'm
got.
saying? I love my
Richard.
East Side brothers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They make sure you tap in.
Yeah.
You know, I love that.
We got Richard. We got Eddie. We need 3 more.
Let me see. I wrote this down because I wanted to make sure I didn't miss nobody. You ready for this?
Uh-huh.
This might be controversial.
Mhm.
I have Dave Chappelle third.
If you talking about controversial, like far as people, but as far as the list, it's a hell of a list.
It's a hell of a list.
Because like he gave me a historic television linear show.
Absolutely. First one.
Audio and his jokes
Mhm.
are paramount and game changing.
Yeah.
And then like he continues to change the dynamics of the industry and how people can tell jokes because he now, like Eddie with Raw and Delirious, says things that most people can't say.
Yeah.
Like Dave Chappelle says things that people can't say.
Absolutely.
Like I can repeat a Dave Chappelle joke right now and get fired.
That is crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
You know
It's
what I mean?
crazy.
Like I could just, hey, Dave Chappelle said this
Yeah.
and get fired.
That is mind blowing. That is mind blowing.
Right?
We all can get fired. And I don't even got no boss, but I'm gonna get fired by the people.
Right?
Yes.
People fire me for sure.
But that's one of the things I love about you guys' profession.
Mm-hmm.
See, like as an athlete, we have to do 2 things. We have to be eligible. Like you got to still go to class. You got to you got to be eligible.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing, we're required to be a role model.
Yeah, always.
We're required to be like, hey, somebody want to take a picture with you, or somebody want to get your autograph. You know, if I want to be like an actor or a comedian, like it's different. Like they approach me different. Like their expectation of me is different.
Yeah.
And I always envy that about you guys.
Right.
Because like they look at y'all like, hey, we like y'all, we love y'all, and we gotta deal with y'all.
Right.
Like you funny, you talented, you handsome, you whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like they'll put it on you.
Right.
Versus like, you know, hey, you know, you're supposed to be a role model.
Yeah.
I always appreciated that about you guys' profession. How was it for you? I gotta ask you a question. To know that like people require you to like be a role model.
It was different because it was a time to where I just wanted to go out and get drunk and fight. He got me out of that. Like he'd be out with me. He'd be like, bro, you Ha-Ha Davis. You can't just be out doing anything. Like at first I didn't know what Ha-Ha Davis meant until one day I was coming to the airport and we got into it with these girls. And she was having a bad day. I'm like, we coming through TSA. We in California. We going through LAX.
Shoo.
I'm talking. She having a terrible day. I tell him she throwing everybody bags
Called
and
it
beans.
from way back.
Like, bro, she not finna do that to me. I get up there. She try to do the same thing to me. Me and her having a heated argument. Like we arguing for real. I get on Instagram. I get on the plane. I hook my phone up to Wi-Fi. I'm on Delta. I hook my phone up to the Wi-Fi, and I'm talking about I got 25 to 30 tweets of her saying Ha-Ha Davis don't care about black women. Like she was telling the world that I didn't care about black women.
All because she was throwing the totes. And he said, baby, I know you having a rough day. You don't have to throw the totes.
Yeah. And she went on and said Ha-Ha Davis called us bitches and all that. I never called her out her name
we
at
wouldn't
all.
even have got on that flight if it have went that way.
But at that time, it made me realize, like, okay, now I'm a role model. People look up to me for her to go on the internet and say, oh, yeah, Ha-Ha Davis don't care about black women. Like, you could have destroyed my career.
She was trying to destroy your
She was
career.
definitely trying.
You know what I'm saying?
That was her goal.
But for me, what I did was...
I appreciate your humility, but just so you know, her goal was
to destroy my career.
To destroy your career.
So once she said that, I DM'd her. I said, "Look, Queen, it wasn't that. I knew you was having a bad day. If what I said to you took out of context, I'm sorry." You know what I mean? I DM'd her. Once I DM'd her, she seen it was me. She just took the tweets. I didn't even have to ask her to take the tweets down. She seen it because of the simple fact I DM'd her. You know what I'm saying? So for her to say, "Damn, Davis don't care about black women," like, hold on.
My mama black.
My mama black.
All
Everybody I love is black.
It's
You know what I'm saying?
That would be
I can't go down this route with you.
That is crazy to say.
Correct.
Well, that's when I knew it, like, okay, now I'm a role model. People look up to me, and things that I say can be took out of context. So I have to keep my cool. And like now, if it's a problem at the bar, if I feel like I say, bro, I can't do it because I know somebody gonna take it to the internet. I'm gonna be on Shade Room for the wrong reasons.
Correct.
I'm gonna be on Shade Room, TMZ for the wrong reasons. Yes, so now I just walk away. Look, this is what it is. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Period.
That's good. He said that. So with that being said, who could follow Dave Chappelle as your third? Then that's tough.
It's fourth. You need two more.
We need two more because he did Eddie.
So my first is.
You got Richard one, you got Eddie two.
Eddie Murphy, Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, that's a hell of a list.
That's a hell of a list.
Imagine going to that show.
Man, what?
Right.
No, shock
so
you'll
my
be to see
next
Richard.
comedian, I'm thinking of stand-up. I'm thinking of movies. I'm thinking of impact in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I know where you're going.
So, like, if you notice, like, if you ask me about, like, something sports, I'm like, but, like, I actually care about the comics.
Yeah, for sure.
More than I care about the list of basketball players because I've been to as many comedy shows as I have sporting events. The next one, y'all doing a good job of not saying anything or cutting me off. Or letting me just swim in the deep end. I would say, for me.
You know it's controversial when you say for me first.
I would say Martin Lawrence.
That's powerful.
Right. This list here.
Powerful. That's the most powerful list I think I've ever heard.
It's going to get you into heaven.
Sure.
I'll say Martin Lawrence because like Martin Lawrence gave me stand-up, he gave me television, he gave me movies, and he represented Detroit.
Yeah, he did.
He did. Represented Detroit for real.
You know what I'm saying? So like I watched him closer knowing that like his show was based in Detroit.
Yeah.
So like I love Martin Lawrence for that.
Okay, and your fifth?
One more.
Oh man, tough it out.
My final one?
Tooth and nails. Cause this is
one more for the people.
It's only like 4 left.
I know. So like I know I'm leaving out legends like Paul Mooney or like oh my goodness.
Yeah, this is
legends. Leaving out Bernie Mac.
That's a good honorable
leaving
mention.
Out Robin Harris.
It's a good them two good honorable mentions.
So like my next one, I'm gonna say Jamie Foxx.
I knew it.
Powerful.
I knew it.
Okay, that's his top 5. Just because he played the NBA, we gotta give him a 6-man.
Okay, thank you.
That was tough.
And thank you for the 6-man. And by the way, Jamie, like he's multi-talented and faceted. Like
absolutely.
I've gone to his comedy shows. I've gone to his movies. I've gone to his concerts.
Absolutely.
Like that is crazy.
I've gone to his television sets.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like people underestimate him. So I know people may be like, why you got Jamie there? Maybe, but like.
You know what's the bad part about comedy? I always tell him is the moment you stop doing the thing that you're known for, they don't care about nothing else. He done did movies with Tom Cruise. Mm-hmm. But if you can't get on that stage and remind us why we should love that.
Correct.
If Jordan, Like the only reason we still
Well,
buy
that's
Jordans.
like sports. Go there. Continue.
It's like Jordans. If he wasn't selling Jordans, the conversation would be
Basically saying nobody cared about Jordan when he played baseball.
nobody. Like they was like, all right, he doing it. But when he had that ball in his hand, what he originally do, if Jalen went into any other profession and tried to talk about it, he wouldn't be Jalen. He wouldn't be Jalen Rose.
Yeah.
But he talk about sports and he played.
Yeah.
They're gonna give it's an alley oop.
Yeah. That's real.
And I would say the
6 man.
6 man.
6 man.
Ooh.
And like,
Going
just so you know, anybody that can hear me right now that want to argue with me about Jamie, like, I'm ready for this.
That's not an argument. People know what Jamie. People understand what Jamie's done. Like,
right? Like Jamie's dope.
Yeah, Jamie's dope.
Jamie, besides Eddie Murphy, Jamie might have
Yes.
more female fan base besides Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
And by the way, his name ain't Jamie.
No, it's not. He only used that name just to get on the
started to
mic.
use that name to get on the show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They
The
would put
Comedy
up the
Store
girls.
downtown.
Yeah.
LA, Comedy Store Sunset in LA and a couple of spaces.
Yeah.
Used to do a list of men comics, and then they would do a list of women. So he wrote his name as Jamie because as a woman he could get on the stage a little bit faster. Yeah. So that was his. The fifth one,
6 one.
Sixth man.
I would say
Coming off the bench, second half.
Yeah.
so I put a lot of stock in stand-ups.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. And you know who has like 2 of my favorite stand-ups?
Yeah.
It's Chris Rock.
Damn.
Chris, my dog too. I like Chris.
Chris Rock got 2 of my personal, like, the hardest thing to do is to do it for me. Like, as a basketball player, as a football player, as an athlete, you can have a turnover, you can have a missed shot, you can have a bad quarter, you can have a bad game or whatever. But, like, as a stand-up comedian, that's like Simone Biles. Like, you got to stick to landing every time.
Every time.
Like, y'all got to get a 10 every time. That's
Every time.
so hard.
It is.
I can have a turnover.
Yeah.
I can mess up.
Yeah.
Soon as you mess up and don't stick to landing,
So
come
on now.
groaning.
Come on now. Come on now.
Like I got to be up here for 29 more minutes.
29 more minutes. I just got
They
started.
already groaning.
Already groaning.
Groaning.
Moaning and groaning.
Don't let the check be more than what they thought.
That'd be the worst.
Competing
Yes.
with a whole
Oh, they gave you $100,000 for this. Oh, hey.
Ain't no fucking way, boy.
So I'll actually say, and by the way, this doesn't mean that I think like, and Chris Rock may not like this as I'm giving him like, it may seem like a backhanded compliment, but like, I'm not saying he's the 6th most talented comedian of all time.
Yeah.
I'm saying that like, I give a lot of, I give a level of respect to stand-ups.
Absolutely. Me too.
And his 2 stand-ups are classic.
Yeah.
You talking about them first 2 with the leather suits?
Yeah.
Women be shopping, they be shopping.
Yeah,
He broke a lot of racial barriers with that too.
Yeah.
So to me, like a comedian like that helped pave the way for a guy like Dave Chappelle.
He really did.
Yeah.
Like make his return.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chris Rock would be the first person to come on stage in his first joke. White people. White people.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Whenever you start off your set like that, it's
Classic.
going to be a long night if they don't laugh.
Classics. Classics. Like Eddie Murphy came on stage and said, "Gay people don't got the right to look at my ass."
What? You know
Was he
you had
wearing
to be
tight
dope.
leather pants at the time?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't look at my ass.
Like, come on now.
Yes.
You can say that today. Hey man, why don't you get off stage and put your hands behind your
You
back?
can forget about
Yes.
it. You say it in passing. Like, the only reason I get away with a lot of controversial stuff is people know that I'm creating it right there on the spot.
Yeah.
Like, if they knew that I had this mind state, then they wouldn't accept it.
Mm.
So the fact that you make people believe that it's right there, it's like, nah, he couldn't. No, he don't really think like this. He thinking like this.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I get away
That's
with a lot
powerful.
of little stuff. So
That's
I
powerful.
get it. So a lot of times that's why people love Dave Chappelle, because he
Well, Dave Chappelle says all of the things that 99.9% of people aren't allowed to say.
Mm-hmm.
And he wasn't either, except he was ostracized, he was blackballed, he was dismissed from the game.
Mm-hmm.
He walked away from $50 million.
Mm-hmm.
And he reinvented himself.
Yeah.
Like, he's the gold standard of being unapologetic.
Mm-hmm.
For me, he's like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah.
But like most people, I don't want to like go into like a 30-minute soliloquy, but I'll just warn and acknowledge for everybody. Jim Brown, Muhammad Ali, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Bill Russell are some of the best and most accomplished athletes and black human beings of all time.
Yeah.
They also are some of the most disliked by mainstream media.
Absolutely.
Like players like Jordan and Magic and LeBron, I promise you, they stand on the shoulders of these guys. Kareem right now is still the NBA's all-time leading scorer. Absolutely. Right now.
Yeah.
You can love Michael Jordan and his 6 championships. I love Kobe Bryant and his 5 championships. Bill Russell has 11.
Yeah.
It's tough.
More than both of them combined. There's a reason why they're not celebrated the way they should be. And the reason why is they were socially and politically conscious and unapologetically black.
Yeah.
And that allows LeBron to say Black Lives Matter.
So somebody said it before in a different way.
Correct.
Damn, that's powerful.
That's powerful.
We appreciate the you taking this time, man, and just coming to kick it with us, man.
Anytime, family.
Man.
Detroit in the building, goddamn it.
Dog.
Detroit in the building, goddamn it.
Man,
we did it. Goddamn it. We got
Rose
this shit kicked
off.
off. We appreciate you, brother.
All hands in the building, you heard?
Yeah, for sure. Hey, Jalen, let me tell you something. You think you still got it? You think you can still get out there and get off? You think you still got it? You think you still got a 15 to 20 in you?
I got 8 to 12. You know what I mean?
These new boys.
You say I'm 48. I got 8 to 12.
Yeah, you know, like most people won't admit this. Like I'm the only person you'll hear say like I got like 8 in me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I got like 8 to 12 in me.
Yeah.
But when you watch NBA games now, only like 2 or 3 people create offense or can dribble.
Yeah, real talk.
Everybody else spotting up or in
that
the
8
corner.
is valuable right now.
Yeah, so like I can make a corner
Tucker.
3, yeah. I can make a corner 3, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I get hot, I can go 4 for 6.
Real talk. I can still pull
you
up.
Know what I mean?
I still green beans
right.
and shit.
Bad night, I'll be 1 for 6. You know?
That's powerful.
real.
Yes, indeed.
I
Appreciate the love. Great luck with the show.
We appreciate it, man.
All the pointers, everything.
I'm waiting to come on Jalen and Jacoby,
anytime.
Man.
That would be nice, bro.
Done.
That would be nice.
We locked in, man. This is the F3llas Podcast, man. First episode, goddamn, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Wrap it up and deliver that.
Shout out to the cast. Big envy, you know what I'm saying? Being on the 1s and 2s. We got a lot of big stuff in the building.
Yeah, shout out to people.
Man, the cameraman. What's up, gang? Videographer, you heard?
Beyond me.
And also, you're on a different level if you come sit in this chair.
There it is.
You got to come to the east side, join the show, and sit in this chair.
Yeah.
And the first person we had on the show was a guy who played against Mike and Kobe. You don't get that on the first episode.
You don't get that.
Love.
Cut it out. Knock it off.
Appreciate
you don't
it.
get that. Man.
It's a wrap and we out.
Yeah. Gang,
Big fella.
Is the fight on yet?
Let's get it's time to get this.
The main event?
F3llas.